All right, we are live, and you. Shit. You know what's stuck in my head? That stupid fucking TikTok audio where it's like, uh, that's the Joker one, like the clock strikes 12 thing. That is, that's all over my feed, and I cannot fucking escape it. It's, it's so permeated. It's, it's so annoying. But it's kind of funny. Like, I, I don't know what to do because like I, it's like it's Jesus. Good morning. It's one of those things that's so fucking annoying, but at the same time, it's kind of funny. So I can't not watch it, but I also don't want it in my feed at all. But every time it pops up, I'm like, and then I watch it. It's an endless. You can ban anyone on Discord. Okay, well, don't do that. Presumably. Ostensibly. Oh my god, Megyn Kelly on tour? Jesus. I'm sure there's a joke there. It's just, none came to mind. I was like, why? I was like, oh, you're going to Salem with the other witches? Which, that's not very... Yeah, that's like a 2 out of 10, if that. What the fuck was Chris Murphy on the Friedland show for? That might be worth a watch. I'll put that in the maybe category. I think there was a Pierce segment with Brian Tyler Cohen. Oh my god. Louvre heist with with former criminals plus experts. I'm good. Who cares about that? Like, yeah, I care about the East Wing, but not that much. Holy lineup. Fucking Finkelstein and Dave Rubin. Not Dave Rubin. Dave Smith. Holy shit. Hell nah. Please. I could get a power drill by myself. Don't worry. Alright, let me just ping the Discord. Holy shit. Oh, you guys can't see any of this because I don't want you to. But I'll get the crossword up and running so that we can get started on that and then hop into politics. One of the things I wanted to focus on today was, okay, don't get scared, but like policy, because like it or not, and I don't like it, obviously, Trump prescribed or spoke to some issue that resonated with people. That or Kamala was really just that unlikable. And so I feel like to have a permanent victory, Dems need to address some of those issues and have like a pretty clean, hey, this is the rhetoric and the policy, whatever. Just need rhetoric that vaguely encompasses kind of any Democrat policy that we would do. Like stuff that's like investing in you, you know? Like the infrastructure bill. It's like we're investing. Like there's public spending that's going towards, towards you, towards spending for your job. Because people don't just want, like, as much as people say, oh, people love the welfare state, yada yada, people do like to work. There's pride in work. I think most people that work have some level of pride in it. Like, if you talk to people that aren't working, the complaint isn't, oh, I have no. Well, it's. I mean, obviously the no money part's a pretty big part of it, but there's like lack of like pride. You know, people do take pride in their work, and so the solutions to like, I don't know what the not the Midwest, but like, what's the nice way to say Rust Belt? It's got to be some like work program or something. It can't just be handouts. It can't even just be qualified handouts. Like it, people want to work. People want to have pride. People want to say, "I built this" or "I made this." I think it needs to evolve. So yeah, I mean, like, if people really truly are stuck, it's like, no, we don't want to be revitalized. We want to be revitalized, but only in the exact same way in which we were. That's not going to work. Without a hyper-protectionist trade policy that obliterates every other industry, manufacturing in the U.S. is evolving and changing. Has evolved and changed. Okay? Yeah, it was a mistake to do it instantly and rapidly in like the 70s and 80s. Okay? But that's over and done. It's time to evolve. We're not going to go back to what it was in the 60s, 50s. Like, unfortunately, that time has passed. But that doesn't mean fuck the Rust Belt. That means, hey, let's get some training programs. Let's get people to work. Let's have Walmart not be the single biggest employer in like all of these states. Like some serious like vitality back. You know. Or at least start to claw back that image, because the Dead by Daylight, yes, I'm familiar with it. I saw that you were streaming it. I don't have it though. I'm spooked so easily. um Sorry, I've just been on a, I just realized I've been on a 7-minute monologue. Okay, I'll pull the crossword up for people. Wait, what is going on over on your stream? Alright, you're opening Dead by Daylight cases? Is that a thing? Wait, how do you... Wait, okay, sorry. So to my understanding, Dead by Daylight, there's like there's a monster guy, and then there's a bunch of survivors. You basically got to get a bunch of fucking generators running. Okay. Okay. You've got an audience now. Or you have your audience, and we're watching you too. So are you the survivor or the hunter person?
Yeah, you better run. Alright, bro, get back here. Come here. Don't play on this wall, dude.
This is riveting.
Why are there so many of you on this gen?
Jesus. Wait, so...
Okay. Oh, I knew better.
Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, there was a guy in one of my classes that used to play that like non-stop. T-Brand, once owned by 6 years, is the term. Yeah, I don't know. Portable speaker is behind. What's a popular boba tea topping? Something jelly? No clue. I don't know any tea brands. Spa attire would be a robe. Magician of Arthurian. Who the? Aloe jelly? Is that a thing? Omelette bar, maybe? Oh. Sword who's too good for everyone else. A snob. Portable speaker. Cuba y Puerto Rico. Island? Is there a Spanish? Okay, sorry, dumb question. Of course there's a Spanish word for island. What is the Spanish word for island? Wait, Puerto Rico. Oh, yeah. Wait. Jesus. Good start. Portable speaker. Siri, that's... I don't know about that one. Onset. Little guys in striped coats? I'm good. Make fizzy. Carbon. Maybe in the low 90s.
I was told
Oh.
that NATO is a defensive alliance. I was told. You know what? I might have to just go on and support Russia now.
What
Because
happened?
Guess who fucking attacked me in Eve? Goddamn NATO just launched an attack on a minor alliance that we were friends with. This is
You were
terrible.
friends with an alliance of minors? No wonder NATO attacked you, fucking freak.
They attacked a mining alliance, bro. So we're destroying a bunch of stuff.
God, that's the most Republican shit I've ever heard. Well, my feelings were hurt, so now I'm going to vote against literally everything that would help me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you and your miners, what happened? What, NATO attacked you and some miners?
No, we're friends with like a mining alliance.
Oh, you're friend. Okay, so the miners that you're friends with.
Yeah, we're not the miners. We're friends.
Right,
with the
no,
miners.
right, because then you would be the victim here.
There's actually more miners than us, right?
Oh, wow, okay.
So the miners are a larger group of miners than we are, but we're just like friends with, we're just kind of an offshoot.
Yeah, we're just,
I'm just trying to make this worse than it sounds, but it's not, doesn't even sound that bad. But yeah, fucking NATO attacked us.
Okay, was it a clan named NATO?
Yeah, it's called New Autistic Tactical Order, but their like insignia is N.A.T.O. Yeah.
Good thing NATO's
Basically,
insignia is a fucking compass.
Oh, that's I didn't mean insignia. I meant like their you know what I'm talking about.
I'm being intentionally shitter.
Okay, yeah. I know I am as well. Yeah.
So this has been enough to sway your opinion.
Yeah, now I'm pro-Russia. I'm a pro-Russia guy.
Gotcha.
Because I was told that NATO is actually a defensive one. But maybe Russia was true. Maybe it was Ukraine's fault or something.
Yeah.
Even though,
Because remember, the illegitimate president that got cooed by people that didn't want him there. That was an attack on Russia. Like, why would the overthrow of a Ukrainian president by Ukrainians be an attack on Russia? Riddle me this, Batman.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You raised some good points.
Sofa Fort. Islas. Okay, little guys in striped coats. What's that gonna be?
The Minutemen. I don't know.
They didn't have striped coats.
Something like that.
Make fizzy. That I don't. Magician of Arthurian legend. Do you happen to know that one?
Merlin.
Oh, really? Oh, damn. Okay.
I mean, it should be. It could. There's many. So.
Yeah.
But that's the.
Well, that looks right. Leftover piece. Performs like Playboy Cardi, say. Fiends. Longer than MIDI. Modi? Something Max, singer with the 2018 Sweet But Psycho. 2018 hit Sweet But Psycho. Any clue?
Yeah. I'm sweet banana psycho. I'm a bit psycho.
Yeah.
And not the screaming, no, ma. That one? Lady Gaga.
It's something Max.
Oh,
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, we're rumbling. Wait, Google, can you test out the fucking like editor permissions and see if you can switch the category to just chatting? I want to see if that worked because I don't think we ever tried. Oh, raps. That would be performs like Playboy Cardi. I'm fucking broken. The dark side, evil, maybe. Slim chance, slim pickings. Alternative, a pixie cut. Uh-oh.
oh yeah.
Feel the rain on yo. Okay.
It's Ava. Is it Ava?
Ava, yeah. Longer than MIDI. Hold up, I gotta check this unbanned. From who? Who the fuck
It's
had
on-
it?
There's an unbanned request.
From. Who the fuck unbanned requested? Half of them are like, whoa, bro, I guess you don't like free speech. The other half are like, fuck you, buddy. But the one from the Serbian guy was like, what did I do? Yeah, no. He should know damn well what he did. Dude, he added me on Discord, I blocked him everywhere.
Oh yeah, that guy's crazy.
That guy was nuts. What did I do? Jesus. I was like, because I didn't know much about like why we went in to help Kosovo. When I looked into it, I was like, oh, what the fuck? This was like the most justified thing ever. Yep. Uh, Octane. Little guys in striped coats. Aerate. Zebra colts? Huh? Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. You know, I like. It's like a little embodiment of the rise of loneliness and nationalism. I got to imagine are tied hand in hand because it's or not like nationalism or like xenophobia where it's you feel like there's nothing you can attach to. You feel like the world's like kind of passed you by or whatever. It's like you don't fit in, so you attach yourself to. It is just chatting. Nice, good. Thank you. So you find some immutable characteristic that no one can like take from you, I guess, and base all your pride off of that. And so even though Serbia has moved on from that more or less, like the current Serbian government is not supportive of the Serbia he idolizes, if I'm not mistaken. He looked back in time and like attached himself to it. Now we have people that do that with like I don't know, Ronald Reagan. Not anymore though. Because Ronald Reagan apparently was a dirty liberal. Talking about free trade and tariffs are an exceptional thing that can only be used in extreme cases. What the fuck? What a soy ass pussy liberal, am I right?
So true.
I wonder what the odds are of Trump actually thinking that that's AI, because that's so blatantly bullshit. Because it's posted 8 years ago, and just the Reagan library coming out and supporting that lie though is, I mean, all of it's crazy, but that's
Wait,
really
the AI of him saying I'm a sissy liberal, or what did he
not
say?
the AI. The video, the real video of him saying,
Oh.
"I'm putting a tariff on Japan. This one specific product, this one specific part of this industry, because we feel that they are engaging in unfair, uncompetitive trade practices. This will be in effect until we are able to negotiate, but after which we will remove this tariff. Now I know tariffs are an extreme measure that should only be used when all other options have been exhausted." It's like, wow, Ronald, perhaps I treated you too harshly. It's not true. Well, I don't know. I can't believe. Okay, of all the things this Trump admin, actually, I'm not going to make a strong statement on that. It is crazy though that I've been backed into a position of being like, hey, like Ronald Reagan was right on this one, to go against Trump. Oh well. Good name for a chef, Sue. Plop yourself down. Or stew, maybe. Broken clocks right twice a day. Yeah, I suppose. There was another thing we saw yesterday that it was like, oh shit, actually. Oh right, the one that's like, you can move to France, but you can never become a Frenchman. You can move to Germany, and you can never become a German. But anywhere, from any corner of the globe, you can become an American. That was pretty based. Twilight Vampire : someone should know this, right? Give extreme effort in slaying. Anyone out there hip with the kiddos? Oh, wait, Beck, you're no a major clan of minors. Adam, I don't know. Never watched Twilight in my life. That's bullshit, and we both know it. I think you're lying. $52 down publicity? Maybe. If I could find 52 down. Not publicity. I think it's any press. Beverage containers. Jesus. General sells shrimp. Managed sawtooth. Businesswoman, no clue. Personal treasure chest. Informal shirts, tees. To-go cups? Yeah. Very cold and wet. Icy? I don't know if that'd be wet, but... I'm so done. I don't know any Adams. Go ham? Oh, non. Okay. T-bone. Okay, we're kind of flying. Opposite of entrance, exit. Ore deposit. Ooh. I thought this would be vain. With dexterity, adeptly, agile, brush in denial, niet. All the ore deposit, no clue. John, who wrote The Pilgrim's Progress, no clue. Hanging over a baby's crib, mobile. Jewel, I don't know. Hot tub nozzle, jet. Stop me. Okay, that makes sense. Melodramatic crying, sobbing. Jeweler box. True, good call. Thank you, Derek. Oh, Edward is the vampire? Yeah. But, like, I don't know what I would change here. Is Esme anything? Okay. Bunyan? Maybe? AC measure? Is this BTU? I feel like... yeah, Deader. Okay. Did you know they have... Wizard of Lizard. Norwegians have barcodes inside of their ships that go back to World War II. They're unique identifier. You got me. You fucking son of a bitch. Got me. Oh, fuck. Not safe for work stuff. Probably porn. That is a good one. Because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know they had those. I should have realized barcodes in World War II. Hmm. Oh fuck. Tattoo artist, inker. Yeah. This doesn't sound right. Oh my god. Sofa fort. Jesus. Brief. Short. Thin air. I don't know. Super silly sort. that wouldn't surprise me. Oh my god. Alright, some embarrassing me lore. So I was shopping at Hobby Lobby with somebody, and they were playing this like chill music. I was like, oh, I'm kind of digging this. This is just like what, some like low jazz or whatever the fuck. It was very chill. And my fucking dumbass in the like when we're checking out was like, hey, what's this playlist? It sounds nice. And she's like, oh, it's like instrumental gospel. I was like, ah, shit. And so yeah, that was a good time. Okay, I don't think inker is correct, because I think like some sandwiches, light fare. What a booth in a recording studio. Yeah, Orbit. Example, isn't that gum? Path. Maybe? Yeah, why that? Yeah, I don't know why Hobby Lobby is so... Oh well, super silly sort. Silly goose? What a booth in a recording studio shouldn't have. Echo. Super silly sort. Thin air? This wouldn't be ether, would it? In the ether? I still remember when you were horse shit at Crosswords. Yeah. You're actually good now. Well, it's Tuesday. It's kind of sad. I don't feel smart anymore. Well, no, we had that... Ah, fuck, I forget his name. That Scottish guy that would come in here and help with the crosswords. So this was Inker? I don't know if it's Macho, because I think this is Open Fair. Is behind... O's. Yeah, okay. Wacko? Yeah. Alright, then what's wrong here? Saw 2. Oh, it might be. No. Because T's. It's nice. Okay, well. That'll do it then. Amel. Okay, so then what changes? Because Sword Who's Too Good for Everyone Else, that's got to be Snob. Maybe in the low 90s. Octane. Like, Aerate. Make Fizzy. Merlin. Robe. Elementary School. Zao. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Size Vomit. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is the wrong spelling. But I don't know what I would replace. The diplomat's skill. Oh, capped, not wrapped. Open face sandwich. Captain, hook or cook. Okay, calprerequisite trig. Not safe for work stuff. Porn. Acai. Decor. Stop me. Mobile. Debtor. An ore deposit. That would be a load, right? That sounds... My English translation of Russian. Or, yeah, there we go. Okay. Shall we get to the politics part of the politics broadcast while I do other games? We think so.
War. I had no
Nice. Okay. It's that song every single time because that's the only artist that still lets Trump use their fucking music. Because they used to... What was the other one they did? I remember there was some whole giant thing about the son of an artist being like, no, we're fucking suing you. Like, fuck you. I don't remember.
What a group. All champions. USA. Well, thank you very much. A big hello. This is a special group of patriots, champions, winners. You are winners. Oh, I'd love to have your job.
You had the opportunity. Yeah, okay, I'll try not to be too lib shit. But nah.
Very special hello to the greatest.
Unfortunately, I got some liberal bone spurs.
Women of the United States Navy, very special people. Thank you very much. Great honor. Great honor to be here. But
Oh
I'm
my
thrilled
God.
to be here among
This looks
thousands
good.
of proud
Ooh.
American patriots
Is this
for
layered
the
potatoes?
100,000 tons. That's a lot of tonnage.
It's either Poland or
Forward
Spain, and there's no in
deployed
between.
Symbol of American might, power, and prestige. The legendary USS George Washington. This is some ship. They don't make them this way anymore, but we're not supposed to say that, but they really don't. This
that-
is great stuff. This
Is
is
that
really
a bad thing to
incredible.
say?
GW,
Whatever.
they call it GW, right? It's,
Okay, we got... Looks
and we've
like
come this afternoon to
plantains.
celebrate the strength and the skill and service
I don't
of everyone
recognize
on the
that
ship.
beer.
So we're going to all relax. We're going to have a good time. We're not going anywhere, you know. If you go back to Washington, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I want to just tell you that you are special people, and we're
I'm
going
gonna
to have a
put
little
us...
fun. And I'm going to tell you
in
how great our
Colombia.
country is and how well we're doing. Because
Fuck.
a year and a half ago, we had a different country than we do right now. Now we're the most respected country in the world. We're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And it hasn't taken too long, but I had no doubt. I just didn't know we were going to do it this fast. We've done it fast because of people
Okay,
like
so
you.
it
I
would
wanna
be
thank you
like
very much. And
Haiti or the
I wanna
Dominican Republic.
recognize a man that you
Hey,
all
what's up,
know well.
Inappropriate Innuendo?
He's a tough cookie. He was formerly our Secretary of Defense, but now he is proudly known as our Secretary of War, Pete Hegson.
Yeah. Overripe plantains, palm oil.
And, you know, I don't say this. He gave up a hell of a job. They were going to pay him millions of dollars. They didn't want him to leave. That crazy fox, they didn't want him to leave. But he wanted, you know, every time I'd go on that show, all he wanted to talk about is the military.
Yeah, whatever.
And I said, you know, if I ever do this, I'm going to bring this guy along with me. He knew more about it than anybody. He didn't want to be doing the other stuff. And
The question of the day is, how do liberals message to people in the Rust Belt? Okay. First is probably stop calling it the Rust Belt. Second of all, not talk about, you know, like social programs, but rather like getting people to be able to work there. That's my theory. You could let me know what you think.
he had a chance. He could have made so much money.
Carl, the
He
higher
didn't want
oxide.
that. This is what you wanted, Pete. He's so happy now. Those drug ships aren't coming in anymore. We can't find a ship. There's no ships coming in with drugs, you know? It's like he's been incredible. So thank you very much, Pete. You gave up a lot. We appreciate it. Thank you. And unlike
The Reb Belt.
past administrations, we will not be politically correct.
The
You don't
Reb
mind that,
Belt.
do you?
Nope. Too
When
late.
it comes to defending
You fucked
the
up.
United States, we're no longer politically correct. We're going to defend our country any way we have to, and that's usually not the politically correct way. From now on, if we're in a war, we're going to win the war. We're going to win it like nobody ever before. You know, we'd go in, we'd blast the hell out of countries.
Ugh.
Shouldn't have gone in. By the way, if you don't go in, that's
Still above average.
we don't have to go in peace through strength. But, you know, we'd go in, we'd win, and then we'd leave.
Reb Belt. We need the Jeb Belt, where the highest percentage of the population voted for Jeb Bush.
They used to say, to the victor belong the spoils. Well, we'd be the victor, then we'd leave, because we had people that didn't know what the hell they were doing.
People are lying.
But we're also very honored to be joined by hundreds of our incredible Japanese partners, and they are incredible. Thank you very much.
So, like, former manufacturing, but it needs to be a name that would encapsulate, you know, a revitalization. You know, something. I don't know. The Phoenix Belt? Honestly, I like where you're headed. I like where you're headed. Or I like where your head is. Yeah. Something like that. Is this just fish? You know. But I don't know what this is. Fermentation of.
This woman, that's right. This woman is a winner. So, you know,
Huh,
we've become
that's
very
cool.
close friends all of a sudden because
Take a
their
milkshake.
stock market today and our stock market today hit an all-time high. That means we're doing something.
Okay, sorry.
All of a sudden because their stock market today and our stock market today hit an all-time high. That means we're doing something right. But the cherished alliance between the United States and Japan is one of the most
The sus trans
relationships in the entire world. Really, there's never been anything like it. Born out of the ashes of a terrible war, our bond has grown over 8 decades into the beautiful friendship that we have. It's a foundation of peace and security in the Pacific.
That's
You see
funny.
it? So on behalf of all American sailors stationed in this beautiful country, let's hear it for our allies and the Japanese self-defense forces and all of the Japanese people that we love and respect. And I have such respect for Japan and the country. And now I have a really great...
I mean, okay. It's gonna be tough to, like, have the case for immigration be, hey, Japan's actually not doing very well. Because, man, to go against Japan in the U.S., whew, that's a taboo. Place Japan still holds strong. But blame others and you win. What I'm saying is, like, Japan has very, very strict almost no, like, immigration, right? Their economy's declining, their population's aging, they're starting to be unable to afford any social programs. Like, that is the reality of Japan. But a Republican will look at that and point to you and be like, yeah, but have you noticed they all look the same? is it not like, saying all Asians look the same? Just saying like, there's a lot of homogeneity within Japan, and they'll say that's worth it. It's like, okay, if that's really what you think, like, but same thing with Switzerland. I did not know that, but that might be an easier sell. But that, I feel like people will prioritize, or at least people like with that mindset would prioritize homogeneity over, or they think they would prioritize homogeneity over, like the economic growth and social programs or whatever, until you start to realize what the country looks like without those, what life like looks like when all that's gone. It's not good. Collapse and decay is not good. At some point, people are going to have to reckon with, like, because it's so easy to say. It's like, well, I'd take less economic growth for less immigration because it's so abstract. Like, economic growth, you don't think it affects you. But it's like, okay, keeps prices down, keeps the US dollar strong, allows us to have global peace and stability, makes it so we really don't have to worry about much. It's without that, the few social programs we have, gone. The American dominance around the world, gone. Like, it's not good to let ourselves fall into stagnation and decline.
Respect for the new and incredible Prime Minister. I have to say this, the first female Prime Minister in the history of Japan. Madam Prime Minister, please.
And I have to say this. I don't want to. Whatever. I'm not going to do shitlib stuff. I don't think I'm using that term correctly.
And thank you all.
God damn it.
So, 本日、米国の海軍創設
Poland to Turkmenistan?
すべき節目にトランプ大統領とともに地域の自由と平和を
Was
守
it
る
Belarus in the middle?
空
Yeah.
母ジョージ・ワシントンで挨拶するチャンスをいただいたこと
Do I go
心から
Uzbekistan or
光栄に思います
Afghanistan or Kazakhstan?
This year marks the
Kazakhstan.
U.S. Navy's semi-quincentennial anniversary. As we celebrate the important milestone, I'm truly honored to have this opportunity to deliver
Yeah.
remarks
I was like, oh, Afghanistan's big. Wait, Uzbekistan's huge. Wait, Kazakhstan's even bigger.
with President Trump aboard the aircraft carrier USS George Washington, a symbol of protecting freedom
trivia round?
and peace in this region.
Oh gosh.
でまず何よりも日夜、我が国と地域の平和と
I know
安全のために
that's
尽力してくださっている
Kazakhstan.
自衛隊員、そして在日米軍の、軍隊の皆さん、軍人の皆様に心から敬意と感謝を捧げます。
First and foremost, I would like to express my deep respect and sincere gratitude to all the men and women in uniform from Japan's Self-Defense
God.
Forces and the U.S. Forces Japan
No.
for your dedication
Fuck,
and
what's this
commitment
one?
to safeguard peace and security of our nation and the region day and night.
で6年前に
It's not Costa Rica. Not Dominica. Fuck.
で6年前この横須賀の地で、トランプ大
ニカラ
統領
グア
と、亡くなった安倍晋三、総理
What?
が、
Oh,
日
fuck,
米が
no.
共に手を取り合って、この地域の平和と安全を確保していくという決意を示しました。
What is this
Six
one?
years ago, at this same place here in Yokosuka City, the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and President Trump
Costa Rica, I
stood side by
think, is
side
down
and
here.
demonstrated their resolve that Japan
Yeah.
and the United States would join
And then
hands
this is El
to ensure
Salvador.
peace and security in this region.
今ここに再び
This is
日米の
Cuba,
最高指揮官
Dominica,
が
or
並び
Dominican
立った
Republic,
この
Haiti,
機会に
Jamaica.
私はその決意を引き継ぎ、インド太平洋を自由で開かれたものとし、そして地域の平和と繁栄の礎とする決意を新たにしました。
Now,
Belize.
as
Good.
the two commanders-in-chief of Japan
Good
and the
shout.
United
Thank you,
States
Googly.
stand together once again, I have renewed my determination to carry forward that resolve and to make the Indo-Pacific free and open so that it will serve as the foundation of peace and prosperity for the entire region.
今我々は
Was the
かつてないほど厳しい
Indo-Pacific
安全保障環
closed?
境に直面しています。平和は言葉だけではなく、確固たる決意と行動によってこそ守られます。
This isn't like the
We are facing
Falklands or something, is it?
severe security environment. Peace
Or like the Isle of
cannot be
Man or some
preserved
shit.
by words alone. It can be protected only when there is an unwavering determination and action.
Oh, yeah, it
あちらに
is,
見える
isn't it?
最上とマヤを含む自衛官と
Good shout.
多くのジョージ・ワシントンは数多く
Good
の
call.
訓練を重ねてきました。で、また横須賀にいる多くの、補給、整備に携わっている、日米関係者の
All right, where are my non-retail mixed cotton yarn fans?
の皆様、そして地域社会との絆が、米国海軍の活動を長年にわたって支えてきました。こうした幾層にもわたる日米の協力が日米の抑止力、対処力を確かなものとしております。
From where we stand, we can see maritime self-defense forces
Sorry.
Mogami and Maya.
Cotton.
Vessels
Biggest
Japan's
exports of
maritime
cotton.
Self-defense force
Still, are we
and
still,
USS George Washington have conducted numerous joint exercises. Just as importantly, there are so many Japanese
No.
and American personnel working for logistics and maintenance
Mexico-
here in Yokosuka.
made with...
And there's also a strong sense of bond with the local community here.
Where's cotton? China?
Those are what
You
have
think?
been supporting the activities of U.S. Navy
Okay.
over
Good
the
call.
years. There's no
I wanna
doubt
say
that
Mexico.
such multi-layered
Turkmenistan?
Japan-US
Yeah, right.
cooperation is what makes it possible for us to ensure the credibility of our two
I was
nations'
not, though.
deterrence and response
Cotton
capabilities.
farms. Fine, Turkmenistan.
私は決意しています。今後、日本の防衛力を抜本的に強化して、この地域の平和と安定により一層積極的に
Damn, they sold it. They traded the sea for not even ranking. God damn.
貢献していきます。
So let me reiterate my unwavering determination here. Japan is committed to
Oh.
fundamentally reinforce its defense capabilities, and Japan is ready to contribute even more proactively to peace and stability of the region.
Oh yeah, I was reading some of the documents in a court case about a ICE officer pointing a gun at somebody and saying, "You stupid liberal." Something like that. Okay. As agents were driving away, they pointed a pepperball gun and the real gun at declarant Chris Gentry, a combat veteran who was lawfully standing on the side of the road voicing his opposition as agents were driving in their vehicles. Exhibit 85, Gentry Declaration. The agent who pointed the real gun at Mr. Gentry's face said, "Bang, bang, you're dead, liberal." Okay. We can find Gentry's declaration. I think it's in... exhibit list. Exhibit list. Fuck, there was one that had all the declarations. I was just on it, god damn it. This is all summons. TRO.
その
I'll
こと
find
に
it.
よりトランプ大統領とともに世界で最も偉大な同盟になった日米同盟をさらなる高みに引き上げてまいります。
Through these efforts, together with President Trump, I am determined to elevate the Japan-US alliance, which has already become the greatest alliance in the world, to even greater heights.
日米は共に歩を掲
Okay.
げ、
I mean, it's a
自由に
declaration.
開かれ
It's
た
under
海
oath.
を進みます。この横
Pretty
須賀から紡がれるコードは日米の絆を輝く未来へと 導くことを確信してい
Take
ま
that
す。
for what you will, I
Japan
guess.
and the United States will advance together with our sails raised high across a free and open sea. And I am very confident that the sea route from Yokosuka will make our bond even stronger and stronger and bring our two nations on the path to a shining future.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jesus. What's the one I'm looking for? Gentry. Actually, I could probably just control F it. Nope. Okay.
Thank you very much. And we will have a long, good relationship. And we'll have fun doing it. You know, you have to have fun. Although sometimes it's never fun. She's tough to negotiate with, I want to tell you. But I'm delighted.
So here's the bar. Anyone who's actually like somewhat adversarial towards me, no negotiating at all. It's only this sliver of people that are friendly. And then within that range, if you push for anything, whoa, that was a tough negotiation. Whoa!
Needed to report that I've just approved the first batch of missiles. You saw a couple of them coming down with me. I hugged them. We need them. They're the best in the world. Nobody has them like we.
I just approved the missiles. We need them, but what? Okay, sure. He's like, oh wait, sorry, this isn't Ukraine. I can actually, I'm actually fine with giving these guys weapons.
Have them. They all want our missiles. That's the problem. Everybody wants them. But it's the first batch of missiles to be delivered to the Japanese self-defense forces for Japan's F-35s. And they're coming this week, so they're ahead of schedule. So I just want to tell Madam Prime Minister, they've been waiting for those missiles. And we got them here right away as soon as I heard about it. I want to thank former Senator, a great gentleman, by the way. He was so popular, but I took him out and I made him Secretary of State. I think he was born for it. Marco Rubio, thank you very much, Marco. Where are you, Marco? Great guy. Great job. He was born for it. Ambassador George Glass, thank you very much, George. Good job you're doing. Thank you. And many of our outstanding uniform leaders with us today, including the head of the Indo-Pacific Command, Admiral Samuel Paparo. Where is Samuel? Hello. Good, but these are good-looking people. Could make a movie with these guys. They're like Central Cat. Look at this group of people. Commander of the U.S. Forces, Japan, General Stephen Jost. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much. The commander of the 7th. Oh, that's a big deal. So I think you want to switch jobs for 1 week, only for 1 week. All right. 7th Fleet, big stuff. Vice Admiral Fred Kacher. Fred, thank you very much. That's great. And the commander of Carrier Strike Group 5, Rear Admiral Eric.
Where the
Pappy
fuck is this?
And Doze.
Raven Geary.
That's great. Good. Thank you very much. And of course, we can't forget about your command triad aboard the George Washington. There's nothing like this one. This is a beauty. And I hear your commanding officer is a big Alabama football fan. You know, I love Alabama. I love Alabama.
Document
Captain
number
Timothy
94.
Waits, and let me just say, roll
Document
Tide. You know,
94.
I love Alabama. Roll Tide.
Oh.
Where's Timothy? Where's Timothy? That was a hell of a game this week. I don't know how the hell you pulled that one out. That was. If you didn't win, I wouldn't have mentioned it. I would have just introduced you. I wouldn't have. But you came back from oblivion. Isn't that nice?
God damn.
Coming back.
Sorry. Look at these images. Like, hey, stand down. Bam, bam. Jesus Christ.
Good. Thanks as well to your XO, Captain Patrick.
Like, what? What is the threat? Hey, get out of here! Get out of here! I know what the appropriate response is. Button! Like, no. What the fuck? I don't know if it's the way the image is stretched, but they look short. Whatever.
Blind, Patrick. Where is he, Patrick? Patrick, thank you. Highly
It's Exhibit
respected
84,
person. All
yeah.
of these people are the best. Look at them. I mean, you look at them. They could have any job they wanted. They could walk down to Wall Street, make a fortune. They wouldn't do that. They like what they're doing, and nobody does it better, as well as really one of the most important people on the ship. Have you ever heard of Command Master Chief Tony Roberts? Have you ever heard of him? Wherever you are, where's Tony?
Found it. Holy fuck.
Thank you.
What about Master Chief? I don't want to. Dude,
He's a popular guy. And as many of you know, this month we're celebrating a truly momentous anniversary. 250 years of courage and pride.
Join
honor,
this
and
with
victory by the United States Navy.
join.ice.gov.
250
It's like,
years. Can you imagine?
like, you imagine how much good, like, you could use this excitement, destroy the flood, and you have it to, like, join FEMA or something. You know, like, help out people. I think another thing for the next Dem to do is to use this kind of, like, pop culture stuff to their advantage. Like, if this said join.fema.gov, that'd be way different. It'd be like, all right, the federal government has an active interest in helping out. But instead, it's comparing immigrants to an invasive alien species. That has no thoughts or, like, unfeeling, unthinking thing. Ugh. It's disgusting.
And 3 weeks ago,
Disgusting.
Melania and I flew to Naval Station Norfolk. I think many of you probably know that, and witnessed an unforgettable display of pure American dominance at sea. It was incredible to watch. They gave us some. Then I said, slow it down, costs a lot of money. Let's save it. You know, let's relax a little bit. They gave us some great display, from the thunderous roar of the guided missile destroyers, never saw anything like it, to the spectacular sight of nuclear submarines all over the place, to the unstoppable force of another great American
Yep,
aircraft
he's coming to
carrier.
you.
One thing was clear, that no enemy will ever even dream of threatening America's Navy. There's no Navy even close, not even close. You hear about some of them doing ships, but nobody can.
I mean, China has, by vessel count, more ships than us. We still have higher tonnage because we're the fucking best. But it is worth noting that China is developing their navy. Now, is it any good? Who knows? Because they don't go anywhere. They don't do anything with it.
Can do what we do. Nobody has what we have, and we also have the best equipment that rides along in those ships. You see that nobody makes equipment like we do. Nobody makes the ammunition, the weapons, the missiles, the planes, none of it. And if they do, the American sailor stands ready to crush them and sink them and wreck them and blast them into oblivion. Right?
Okay. Fucking guys.
That's a terrible statement for me to make. That's the end of it, because everybody said that I should immediately get the Nobel Peace Award. With that statement, that takes me out of the running. But
My God. Okay, whatever.
that's the way it is. The United States is blessed with the strongest and most powerful military in the history of the world. There's no military like our military, not even close. Nobody has
True.
no weapons, and it'll be stronger and more powerful than ever before very soon. You know, we just approved the biggest budget in the history, over $1 trillion. Over $1 trillion. We have the best ships, the best airplanes, the best submarines, the best technology. But above all, we have America's military. It's the best people. It's all about the
Okay,
people.
Mel
ultimately.
Gibson
We have to work
movie,
all of that
nice.
fancy stuff that we make better than anybody else. The fact is, we do make the best weapons, but if you don't have the right people to operate those weapons, they don't mean much. Despite that, as commander,
It's like, you know, that they weren't fighting against immigrants, right? They were fighting against a tyrannical government. You are aware of that, right?
Chief, I never forget
don't
that
think
our
the-
ultimate
the-
strength does not come from
Master
equipment,
Liberty can
it
correct
comes
me
from
here,
the
but I don't
men
think
and women
the founders
of the
were
rank
like,
and file. That's true.
we gotta
So
break
many
away
people,
from
incredible people, good-looking people, too many
tyrannical,
good-looking people. I don't
tyrannical?
like good-looking
What?
people.
we gotta
I never
break away
liked
from
good-looking people, I'll
UK
be
because
honest
of
with you.
immigrants.
Never admitted that before. But see, I'm allowed to. You know, we won at the Supreme Court a thing based on merit. You know about that, right? Merit. Everything now in our country
What? It's still a tyrant. King George.
is based on merit, and that's why I look at you and I see nothing but merit. It's great to have a country back where we can go by merit. Now we.
President Trump and Secretary Noem are deporting terrorists. Carlos Alberto Valbuena, whatever, a criminal alien from Venezuela whose criminal history includes charges for burglary. Whoa! Whoa! I'll take ISIS over this guy. Holy! Whoa! This is the best you got? Fuck
Don't
off.
go by anything else except for talent and work and hard work. And it's such a big win. That was such one of the most important wins. And the will, patriotism, and spirit in your hearts is our single greatest weapon. The strength that you have is unbelievable. That's why, as we make a record investment in our military, we've never spent so much, and we've never spent it more wisely, because now we watch it. We spend it properly.
Watch
also
it.
supporting an across-the-board pay raise for every sailor and service member in the United States Armed Forces.
Isn't service members' pay paused right now? Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Now, if you don't want it, you want to give back to your country, just let us know. We won't give it to you. Is there anybody in that category? Huh? But now, all we really have to do is get the Democrats to approve it. But they'll come along. They always do, you know, they always do. And because I heard that the sailors on the George Washington took a hit to your family separation pay, you know what I'm talking about, right? You took a little hit to be here, right? By returning to the port, you returned early for this event. I am delighted to announce that as your sort of boss, I don't feel like your boss, but I guess
You forgot the... Okay, whatever.
I am. At least you'll be happy about this one. At my direction, we're going to make sure that you receive the full amount that you were owed for the deployment. And we're not going to deduct anything because you came in to listen to your commander.
There you
I'd
go.
like to be an admiral. I always wanted
Close.
to be an admiral, to be honest. Don't tell the other people that I love so much. You know, they sit around the table, they have all those beautiful stars and stripes. But I'll tell you what I love. I will always love the admirals. I love those uniforms. And I look at these guys. I don't think I would have done very well if I had to compete with these
I
people.
just... Verified by fucking who?
Well, they're too good.
I don't know.
But I always
Whatever.
felt that the Navy is a very special group of people. And I see it when I see you. I see it over the past 11 months. The spirit
Could
of our
be.
military has been soaring like never before. You know that. The spirit.
Okay. So, just for the exercise we're doing here, on the side, I'm trying to do like a thing for the coefficient of like voting attachment. So, essentially what I'm arguing here is that if there were a communist or if there were a social Democrat candidate, a communist would be 50-50 on voting for them. If they're a liberal candidate, a communist would be 20% on voting for them. A centrist Dem, 1%. Both sides are 0. True independent, maybe. Neocon, 0. MAGA, 5%. Evangelist, 0. Alt-right, 0.05, or 0.5. You get the picture? All right. Let me know if there's any crossovers here that you feel you have a strong conviction on what that coefficient may be.
of our country has been soaring. After years of
What about communal theocrats? What percentage of the American communist movement is communal theocrats? Like cultists?
recruiting shortages, and we had bad ones. It was embarrassing, frankly. During my
Yeah,
campaign,
what size do you think
before
that
the
is?
election, November 5th, after that it all
I mean,
changed.
I'll
After we
just
won,
put
it
a
all
0.01.
Now we have waiting lists with record numbers trying to join the U.S. Navy and all of the armed forces. We have literal waiting lists, and I'm pleased to report that 2025 was the Navy's single best recruiting year in many generations. That's pretty good, isn't it?
God. I hate this motherfucker, but
you know,
man,
think
that
of it,
plane
it's-
looks
it
sexy.
seems like I've been up here so long, and it seems like I've been doing this for a long time and a half. We had a great first term, but
The F-35 and the F-22 are just such good-looking planes. I'm a absolute whore for angular stuff. Tastefully, not the fucking Cybertruck bullshit. Oof. American imperialism, this, yada yada. Man, have you seen an F-22? They're cool as fuck.
nothing like what's happening now.
How do you
We
do
had the
your foreign
greatest
policy?
economy in the history of our country.
Well,
I rebuilt the
let me tell
military
you.
in the first term, and then they gave a lot of it away to Afghanistan. But it was really just a tiny speck. But it was the concept of what it was. But we rebuilt.
All right, Social
military,
Democrats and
and we-
liberals. So, how likely is a Social Democrat to vote for a liberal? I put 80%.
We did so many things in the
Let me know
first
if you
term,
agree.
We're blowing it away.
A Social
Right now,
Democrat voting
think of
for a
it just
centrist
1 year
Dem,
ago.
I put 70%.
I was in the middle of a campaign. Can you
For a
believe that?
both
It
sides
doesn't
are,
feel that way. I said, you know, you're
you need
right.
more like
It's not
90%.
November 5th yet. We have another week or so to go. I was campaigning 1 year ago. Look at all the things that we've done since this. This
Yeah,
unbelievable
they're not the
day, November 5th.
communists.
That's when it all changed. When we
Yeah, for
won
communists, I have
on November
20%.
5th, it all changed, and we went from a country that wasn't
For
respected and a lot of
a
people
Social
that
Democrat for a
understood.
both
That
sides
includes
are, I
joining
feel
the
like that'd be
police, the
pretty
fire
low
departments. They
crossover.
didn't want to join
A
after
true
that.
independent's tough to
Started joining. It
say.
seems like
I'll put that at
10 years
0.5
ago,
because it could be
less than
independent
a
and
year.
also
Think of
have
it.
left-wing
Less than a year
stuff.
ago, I was campaigning. You know, we won the second election by a lot, so we had to just
Social
prove our
Democrats for a
winning the third
neocon,
time.
that's got to be like
Too big to rig, I called it. It was too big to
0.
rig. And it
I think
was
that
an
might just be a
amazing-
flat
it was
0.
an amazing victory, and thank goodness we won.
I don't know. Could you see a? No, I could never imagine someone who's like AOC, Bernie, unless they're like a Bernie frat bro voting. I'll put 0.01 for the neocon. Hello?
A Bernie bro would probably never vote for his neocon, but there's definitely like AOC voters who like Trump.
Right, but Trump's not neocon. He's populist.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Social Democrat MAGA or like populism, we'll put 0.01 or 5 or something. Like, it's very rare, but it could happen. I mean, there is the AOC Trump crossover. I'll just like attach it. Can I attach like a comment or a note? I can. Extract it. Select file to merge to. No. These are all rough numbers. I'm gonna try and come up with like a formula, Krabby Patty secret formula for an actual way to determine that. The problem is, I would like polling data to be broken up into these categories, have a representative batch of 30 candidates from each thing, like to do the stats correctly. But that doesn't exist. So it's kind of got to be vibes, but we could do a little bit of polling stuff. But the rough idea, neocon, yeah, that's fair. So can I just do like a format? Can I do how do you do a like a superscript in whatever it's called, Markdown. So let me look that up. Superscript. Sup. Okay, I can do it with HTML. If I can remember. Does that work? It does. Okay. I can have my footnotes here. Yeah, there was a Instagram Q&A that AOC did, so I'll add a link to that. Okay, what about our social democrats and evangelists? What do we think about that?
Probably not a lot.
Probably not a lot. I would agree. I would feel pretty confident. Social democrats and the alt-right? I mean, there's always Graham Plattner, right? I'm kidding. I'm joking. Kind of. Why didn't he get that removed? That is kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Nazi. But
I don't think he's a Nazi either. But I feel like at some point you're like, oh shit, yeah, I should probably get that removed. Oh, what office am I running for? Oh, the Senate? But whatever. I don't think he's a Nazi. If he's the candidate, I will support him. But
what is communal theocrats? Is that like
cultists, essentially?
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But
I was thinking like
I wouldn't put that in social democrats. I'm gonna feel pretty confident putting a fat 0 there, unless there's anything I can. All right. What about a social democrat voting for a communist? I feel like a social democrat would probably cross over a communist.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a longest? Bro, I think you're... Okay. I think you're a couple layers too deep in the political, like, ideologist thing.
The kingfish. Oh yeah, this guy.
Okay,
Wasn't he
I'm
killed?
still
He was
lost.
something like that.
I'm gonna put a point. I mean, given that communists won't even vote for communists, I put like a 70% on that. I think it's a bigger step than people think to go from like AOC, Bernie, or even Zoran to like an actual communist. But I'll put 0.6, 0.7.
Just do like 10%, or sure, I don't know.
10%. That's way too low. I got to imagine there's at least 50% crossover.
Like 5% of Democrats approve of Trump right now. So like, I mean,
well, what I'm saying is this is social democrats that would vote for a communist.
yeah, I think there's a lot of weird people. Is what I'm saying.
Right. So, what percent of social democrats would vote for or support a communist
I think 10%.
in office?
I think 10%.
Even though they're like one faction removed, I guess it is a massive chasm.
Yeah, I even think some lib people would support communists.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it should be like a social democrat would be like 50% or 60% likely to vote in favor of the communist if they were to be the candidate.
Oh, I thought you meant 0.05. I thought you meant 5%. Oh, okay.
No, so I meant like as a coefficient, as in from 0 to 1. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I know what you
it's
meant.
probably easier to speak in percents.
Yeah, I know. So you meant 0.5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. There's no room for ideological distance here. All right.
I was
Liberals.
trying to I thought you meant 0.05, and I was like,
No,
I think
there's
it's higher.
way more than that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there is a pretty sizable chasm between, like, even Zoran and like true social or communism. I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. What about?
But someone that would self ID as a, yeah, that's probably. I think it's right. I think it's right at 0.5.
So we're supposed to overcome. Would a liberal vote for a communist? I'm gonna put that at 0.1, if that.
Yeah, I think like 5% would. Something like that. I don't know about 10%.
Yeah, no, it's got to be lower than that. Because I know I would never. I like this capitalist system. All right, lib for a social democrat. I feel like that'd be like 90%.
Yeah, very high.
Lib. I said just one. Like 100%,
Sure.
pretty much. Lib for centrist. I'm also going to put that at 90%. Maybe even, like, not centrist, like centrist dem. Like, you're, like, in the general, once the dust is settled, liberals are going to vote for the centrist Dems, right?
Yeah.
Like your Chuck Schumer. Like if Chuck Schumer were to run for president, I feel like liberals would still be very large.
Yeah. What did you want? Like, what was the number that you
I
wanted?
said 90%.
Yeah. Okay. That's what was in my head as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I need a better term for both sidesers. Because it's the idea that both sides are equal in measure, and we should do the middle thing. The middlings. Well, they're not true centrists. There's no such thing. They're true relativistic centrists, but they're not truly in the political center. TRCs, true relativistic centrists. True relative centrists. / both sides. I just like having BS as the abbreviation for these fucks.
Really good. Yeah.
I feel like liberals... support for both sidesers would be pretty low. I'm going to go with 30%. Because I feel like that myth of, well, both sides are the same, largely isn't followed too much by libs. I know I don't buy it. I know a lot of the people that, like, the liberal commentators don't buy it for a second. I don't really see a lot of that rhetoric coming from, like, solidly Democrat Dems saying, well...
Yeah, no, for sure. Even, like...
I'll give us a
Yeah,
0.3. Or a 30%. Libs for a true independent, I'm going to put it at 50-50. It just kind of depends what that independent has to say. Like, that's the problem with independents. It's like, are you willing to vote for... Essentially, the question is, are you willing to vote for a person that has some set of political ideologies but doesn't necessarily attach themselves to your system, I guess? Or party? I'd say it depends on the independent.
Yeah, but I think it's very... Yeah.
So...
Like, I could feel like a person, like, tough on crime, but, like, pro-abortion, pro-women's rights, like, other stuff, I think you would have, like...
I feel like that's
every
where
woman and, like, black woman would, everyone would vote for.
Yeah, I feel like that's where the Democrats are headed, or they ought to be. Because,
Yeah.
man, we can't keep pretending that crime doesn't exist. It's it's on its way down.
There's no actual like real Democrat is like crime is good, and
That's true. Well, no, okay. What I'm saying is like being less proactive and showing how proactive we are on crime, I guess.
I think it's a LARP. I think it's a LARP when Republicans do it.
Of course it's a fucking LARP, but like we need to okay, it's a LARP battle. It's a LARP battle. That's where we're at. What have Republicans done for the Rust Belt? Fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You know who created more manufacturing jobs? Joseph Robinette fucking Biden. But who does everyone in those states support? Donald Jesus Trump. Like Dems need a LARP, man. We need to be like Dems need to work on their messaging. No, we just
Yeah,
have we got a parade.
When you LARP, you look like a Republican. You look like a.
Who won?
I don't know.
The presidency, the House, the Senate. Like it's disgusting. But at some point, we do have to do it. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, that's just tough.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Remember the don't say woke right because woke doesn't fit that term guy.
Which guy? There's many of.
Well, it was the Q at Quetz or something other.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was in here yesterday talking about. Yeah, but you're always going to lose because people don't care about policy. The second you start talking about policy, you lose everybody. Sorry, that's just the way it is. I'm like, I think I got kind of stunned long. So I was like, what the fuck do we even do then? Like,
Yeah, I don't like that. I really don't. Maybe it's the right approach, but I don't like that. I don't know. There has to be a policy that lowers crime, which we are kind. It's
more police. It's more police with better community engagement.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Like,
I feel like crime is like right. You see the stats. Like crime is going down. What it is, it's like not even crime. It's just like.
It's people on drugs.
Yeah, it's people on
out
drugs,
in public. Like, that's what it is. That's what people view as crime.
Maybe it's that. It's like the out in public of drug stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's no like there's probably like back in the old days, there's probably like a part of New York where all like the druggies would go and shit. But now they're just like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'll just go in everywhere. I'll just go on the sidewalk, normal style.
Yeah. I think there needs to be better, like, God. I don't want to call it like, a focus on like, it sounds so crass when you talk about it in relation to people. But like, obviously this would be paired with, and I agree, like, compelled mental health service, but like a real strive for clean streets, like feeling, not just like technically being safe, but really feeling safe. Because the cities are largely safe. It just doesn't feel like it. I agree, and like, yeah, I mean, every time I've been to New York, I've gotten accosted by some homeless dude, like, that's not fun. I don't enjoy that. Using social welfare to make it. Well, we don't really take away social welfare for crime.
Maybe I feel like that. Maybe like a warning system, like you get one. Dude, I feel. Dude,
okay,
guys.
But what happens? Like when you kick someone off, like healthcare, for example,
and they're just 100% gonna do.
Yeah, then they're
right?
100% fucked. Then they have nothing. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I do not think that's a good idea.
I mean, the real issue is just like the criminals are like super dumb. These people are like crazy dumb. So they've already been failed by whatever system that you put up. So I don't know. I really don't know what.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean we can't have a situation where we have no answer for homeless people, and the only answer is, yeah, we just kind of have to accept tent cities and that they're on our streets. And the answer isn't, oh, just shove them further away from the center of the city.
Exactly.
That's the Republican answer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Republican answer to everything. Just shift it somewhere else. I do think it is compelled treatment or housing. Like, yeah.
Also, did you see that Curtis Lewa leaked? Not even leaked. Like he did it in like one of his things.
What do you
Where
say?
it was like Jewish Orthodox. Do you know what I'm talking about, or no? That's all I'm gonna say.
No. Do you know what I can look up to find it?
Fuck. It's actually so based.
Curtis Lewa Jewish.
No. Curtis Sliwa.
Where's popcorn at?
The answer is give them home and give them jobs. But giving people homes and jobs is bad because I was never given a home or a job.
No, but the thing is, you have to. No. True, but you have to force them to work or force them to take the home. Like they won't even. I don't even know if you. I mean, I think they would take a home, but.
No, that's actually not true. Not
yeah,
necessarily.
Some of them wouldn't even do that.
There is a portion of the population, of the homeless population, that just doesn't want to be a part of like our society. That's fair. That's fine. I don't know what you do with that person. I can't imagine that's a too sizable part. But yeah, if you get people, not jail, but just, homes, health checks, and some work program. Like, yeah.
Yeah, do the China method where you like give them a home, but it's like a boarding home thing where they like all live together and they have like a ton of staff people making sure you don't do dumb shit.
Yeah.
So it's basically prison, but it's like good. I'm sorry. That's I feel like that's the answer. Okay, Jewish.
Okay, we lock up people for jaywalking. It's very authoritarian.
No, I know, but that's I feel like that's how you solve it. God damn it! I want to see. It was on Twitter, and Zionists were like, "This is how dare he?" But he was basically saying, "Wait a second.
Running around a gym.
Every single Orthodox guy in New York City is like
Hi.
could work,
So happy today.
but
Yes,
the
you
religion
are.
just
Oh, you're a
makes
good
them like
girl.
study the Torah and like have fun all
Popcorn's
day,
been having fun.
and they all get paid
We are
benefits.
in between shows at a school.
Maybe we
did a
should
few already,
like
and now we're
not do
waiting for
that.
the public to do
And
it
I'm
tonight.
like, wait, that's actually
So I have a
kind of
couple
true.
hours
Why the fuck are they
where
getting
popcorn
paid
is popping
benefits
around everywhere.
Yeah.
when they're like
Exemptions for
obviously-
religion
Yes.
need to be
Just playing.
rolled away.
She should come out the other side in
Yeah.
a second. There she goes. So
Dude, you have
rowdy.
freedom to jaywalk in New York. What if a cop
Cupid, go
arrests
get
you
her.
for
Here's
jaywalking
Cupid.
in New York?
Cupid
Just
doesn't
say
wanna play
I'm
today."
walking here, and then he'll give you a free Dunkin'
Okay.
coffee.
That's Boston.
No, that's New
I
York
was
as well.
hoping they would wrestle. Cupid, go get her so they
They're
can...
chill like
you don't
that,
want it on
trust.
video, okay. Well, popcorn's having fun. Ugh.
Saves popcorn.
Hey. Oh, I can't turn it off. Now she has my wet wipes. She's crazy. Hey, get out of here. Leave my stuff alone, please. Go. Okay, that's enough footage of popcorn.
What's not? Watch live. Sean Duffy sounds alarm about air travel. No shit. Huh.
Sean Duffy?
Sean Duffy.
How's that a real name? It's like a fake name.
I feel like the morality of it comes down. Morning. Did you find another Canadian to mock y'all? Just for the headlines. Military not. You're like a month late to the military not getting paid thing. You missed the whole some anonymous donor coming in to pay the military, which is like That's really fucking scary.
This devilish beast on screen. Aw, so cute.
How many people are in our fucking military? I don't even know.
Too many. That's it.
Also, we get to mock Canada right now because the Dodgers are up 2-1 in the World Series. Wait, whose nuts got hit? You guys walked Otani for the entire game after he hit 2 runs on you. His greed. He doesn't need that big of a ball. You know, I was gonna say I'm amazed at how entertained this bird is, but I've just been staring at this for like over a minute and a half, so... Am I the bird? Exclusive. Meet Curtis Sliwa's 17 cats. Cheeky monkey moment. You wanted to see nuts? Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh. Dude, we have government shutdowns like every fucking year. This is nothing new. Oh, that is a nut tap and a half. God damn. I'm sorry, dude. Like, this is not even... A government shutdown is barely fucking news at this point. The 10 largest government shutdown... I think we're in the second largest right now, rapidly approaching the first.
I remember the first Trump government shutdown. It was crazy.
I remember like a million government shutdowns. I remember like at one point thinking, is our government just like always shut down?
No, of course. Yeah, we shut down all the time, but the first term Trump one was the longest one ever. And it was
Yeah,
like
I mean the government's been
I just
shut
remember,
down longer under the Trump admin than any other presidential term combined. Yeah, it is a big deal. I agree. It's not nothing. But, like...
No, but it does literally happen like every year.
Yeah.
Usually just a couple days.
Alright. Context. This partial shutdown was the longest in U.S. history, stemming from a dispute over funding for the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. The largest non-Trump one. Yeah, Sudan is having a very, very bad like... I'm not gonna throw the word actual in here, but... Confirmed. Free Yankee Cope. Brother, I'm a Dodgers fan.
I think he might just be calling
I
us
know.
Yankees because we're from...
I
okay.
yes, I understood.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Europeans.
No, that's just me being a retard. That's so stupid. Yeah, sorry guys, you were talking about baseball. I don't know.
Nah. I don't know. Oh, wait, our favorite guy is back. Here. You'll know when you see him. Let me stream this so you can get this live.
Hello YouTube, how's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing okay. This is the Wizard Marty again, and I'm very happy again. This time, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make a Halloween drink.
Okay, the VP...
Oh! Yo! He's here. He's back.
Yeah, the VP plan I don't think is what they do. I mean, Trump literally, like, he was outside talking about how he's gonna run. He's like, I'm not gonna do the VP thing. It's too cute. I could do it, but it's too cute. Like... Look, if he's able to get in office for a third time, this country is cooked. But
It is.
like, it's actually over. I'm moving. Well, I don't even know.
Brain drain. Dustin moves, and then the entire U.S. IQ drops by 1 point.
We're full. Oh, you motherfucker! Full of full of.
And that's what I'm going to call it. Now, it's simple, it's easy.
Okay, I don't feel like making fun of this guy. He seems sweet.
No, yeah. Wait, I thought I was in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is really good. W. Tucker Carlson video.
Tucker Carl.
Oh my god.
That we could watch that. I feel like it would be just.
It's the Glaze Fest nothing burger.
Yeah, okay, then I'm good. Could the U.S. have won independence without the 2009 Dodge Challenger? Why the fuck is there a... When Americans immigrate here, aren't sending their best live streamers, anarchists, and TikToks. Hey man, I'm a math tutor. Keeping... Okay. Let's finish this.
Because we were in big trouble. We were in big trouble. But the new recruits, every sailor aboard this ship, has answered a sacred call of duty to cross any ocean, fight any battle,
And we
defend
can
America
return to
and
the
its allies
coefficient leaderboard
with
thing.
unwavering resolve. As you know, the George
All right,
Washington
liberal
is the only
neocon
aircraft
crossover. I'm
carrier
gonna put that in.
that is permanently
It's also
stationed
funny when,
overseas.
like,
It's permanent.
Yeah, Canadians talk about importing the worst fucking people ever. Half of the right-wing pundits are fucking Canadian.
True! Oh my god, I forgot Steven Crowder was Canadian. Wait, who's the other one?
The guy who made Vice, is Tom McDonald Canadian? That's so funny. The Vice guy, Vice, founder.
You guys are sending your... Oh my god, this is big Canadian psyop. Along with our nurses, engineers, CEOs. You guys don't send them, they come here.
Yeah, they're sending the right wingers.
We used to brain drain.
The
US
out of the asylums and they're in the US.
The U.S. used to have, like, literally a year ago, some of the biggest brain drain, like, used to brain drain the world. We would take people from China, Canada, everywhere was like, you know what, I'm going to an American university, working at an American company. But then this fucko gets in, is like, I hate everybody. I hate them all. I hate my Democrats. I hate the Chinese. I hate the Mexicans. And yeah, the Korean plant deal. And then Trump was like, yeah, I'm not really sure why they did that. I don't think that was a good idea. It's like, okay, are you just letting Gnome off the leash? Like, they're working at a battery plant. That's like high-skilled labor. Oh my god. Maybe that's actually... Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't be battling Canada. I thought the ad that the Premier of Ontario and Gavin Newsom did where he's like, by the way, can you guys restock some of that California wine? And he's like, nope, talk to your friend in the White House. His accent's not that Canadian, but it was pretty funny. It was lib shit, but I was like
sewing out the lib shit.
I was sewing out. All right.
There's nothing better to do in life than live out.
Yeah. Oh, also, yeah, the tariff ad you guys dropped, that was fucking based. Canada's doing more for American democracy than America. That's not true. The shutdown's based too.
Now, if you'd like to take a trip back to America, hell, let's do it one time. Well, I'll join you. I'd love to join you. You know, when I landed on this, it doesn't feel like a ship. It's solid. This is a solid piece of stuff. These 4.5 acres of power and steel are the front line of American freedom in the Pacific.
Amen, brother.
Every day you're taking risks.
That's what we're doing here.
Country
kind
safe
of.
and to defend peace and security in this incredible part of the world, working with Japan, working with other nations. I just left Malaysia. We stopped a big war with...
Dude, okay. No.
You know that. We stopped 8 wars. Can you imagine? In 8 months, I stopped 8 wars. Like, I stopped a war a month.
I hope he actually goes on stage and talks about ending the console wars.
That's pretty good. But I just left Malaysia. Thank them because they helped us very much with one of them, and actually for a second.
This stream is authoritarian. You might have some policing power, but I am God.
There with the Prime Minister, and we had a good time. But you carry out your mission bravely. You carry it out.
Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense, does it?
I just want to say, and I came over to say it loud and clear. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I didn't realize Anthony Fantano. Oh wait, no, Fantano doesn't have a mustache. Fuck. Who's a bald guy with a mustache? Quick.
He used to have a fucked up mustache. Yeah.
They actually have the best location because if they're really good looking, they end up in.
Well, okay. Threats of violence. That's gonna get your message deleted. Being too dumb for too long is gonna get you banned. There's a difference.
Hollywood, you're not gonna. You have a great look, but you're not gonna end in Hollywood. They can just see the back of your head. All the media. Look at all the fake news.
Too many threats of violence will get you banned. But one
2 years ago,
bad joke isn't going to get you banned.
James McCall was just a few months into his first fleet tour with the Golden Falcons helicopter squad.
Wonder if Nick Fuentes' video on this is like, oh my god, look at the women in the background. I bet they can't pick up something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what Nick Fuentes even fucking talks about. All I see of him now is just him yelling at his super chatters.
When he and his crew were called on a search and rescue mission to find 3 missing Navy divers. Incredible, brave guys, the divers. But they were stranded at sea and right off the Japanese coast. They were exhausted and assuming they were going to die. They assumed they were going to die. But with unbelievable focus and skill, crewman McCall was able to find and help rescue all 3 divers in the water below, saving his fellow sailors. And James is with us today as
the liberal neocon crossover.
McCall, thank you very much for your incredible bravery, and we.
Okay, could you foresee a liberal voting for like a Chris Christie?
I mean, yes, something like 5% or something.
5%, I'd probably agree.
Salute you. Where is
MAGA? 0.
Whoa.
Evangelists?
Come up, Jim.
Probably 0, because like liberalism is secular by definition almost.
Come up here.
And liberal alt-right.
Look at this guy. He's a good-looking guy. Get out of here, James. I don't want you up here. Don't come here, James.
Yeah, no.
0, 1% or 1%. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Chris Christie's like anti-Trump. I mean, MAGA is like right-wing populism, kind of. Chris Christie was going in the popular opposition. His operation in the Republican Party was hilarious. It was just, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to go here, say a bunch of shit, and that's it. Communist.
Appreciate all my fellow shipmates.
Centrist Dem voting for a communist.
It was heartbreaking for losing those loved ones down there, but we brought some back whenever we went down there. And just God bless America and all my fellow shipmates. Appreciate it. And stay a bad Larry.
Okay. I don't know.
I was wondering.
It's probably a right-wing dog whistle.
You know, I can't say that today.
Next week, you watch. Great job, James. A lot of bravery too. But as James' story reminds us, the Navy is a family and a team, and each of you has a vital.
Is this the rally where he's ranting about magnet? I think that was, or maybe who fucking knows, honestly.
Role to play.
Thought that was about the COVID vax.
This afternoon are some of those whose toil and sweat gets our magnificent
toilet sweat. Oh God!
Back home, and we have the shooters and the gear dogs and the paddles and the white shirts and of course the blue shirts, the yellow shirts, the red shirts.
Any other colored shirts?
The flight deck. And all over the hangar bay.
I thought he'd do it.
Incredible people. I saw some of you there. We're rushing to get down here. They want to take pictures up there, you know. They're very
yeah,
aggressive.
that's what I was thinking. He might say, but.
Standing at attention, sir. Could I have a picture, sir? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Very aggressive. But I think they're great. We also have a real genius and these people are incredible, who maintain the largest and most complex machine ever built. Our amazing mechanics and engineers.
Trump's life support system. Adam! Maybe not. Oh, I
did. Captain, you know, I'm building
all right. How many Chuck Schumers of the world would vote for a communist?
I know a lot about these ships. I know a lot about these things.
Very
building.
little.
Yeah, I'd say that's 0 points.
Which is better, the electric or the steam?
I'd never vote for a communist over my dead body.
Yeah, I'd probably vote for it too. Centrist Dem voting for a social democrat. Honestly, I put that at 60 to 70%.
Let me ask you.
Like I feel like
a little lower.
I feel like 60%'s fine. It's like the crossover between like a Chuck Schumer voter and an AOC voter.
Yeah, but they're self-IDing as centrist Dem.
Yeah, 6-7%.
Yes.
What's this whole chicken stars? I'll put 50%. Fine. Centrist Dem for both sides are. I would imagine that's pretty high crossover. I'm going to put 0.8. Oh wait, fuck. We forgot to talk about centrist Dem for a liberal. That's got to be like 90%. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of distance there.
Steam first and then electric. Catapults. Which is better?
Huh?
Hold
on. Did I hear catapults?
About hire a consultant for millions of dollars that was never on an aircraft carrier before. So they switched to electric. I disagree with it, but it's all right. Let me ask you. We're going to go steam first and then electric. Catapults. Which is better? Electric or steam?
What?
I'm going to put it in order. Seriously.
Did anyone catch what this rant's about? Plane catapults? Why would you want that to be steam?
I don't know, man.
Isn't it supposed to be like very fast acceleration?
They're spending billions of dollars to build stupid electric. And the problem, when it breaks, you have to send up to MIT, get the most brilliant people in the world, fly them out. It's ridiculous. The steam.
Yeah, I remember Ayla Mao.
With a hammer and a blowtorch.
Where's the...
And it works just as well, if not better. And I love the sight of that beautiful steam pouring off that deck with the electric. You don't have that. So, you know, we did the Ford and electric.
Oh, sorry.
Cost overruns, everything else. But You know, I hope it's going to be okay, but I like steam.
Isn't steam also, couldn't that be electric? Or
you can use steam. Well, I mean, nuclear power is just steam power.
Yeah, what the fuck does he mean by steam versus electric?
I don't know. What's the Howard the Alien? That's what I'm looking for.
Steam. They change just for the sake of changing. I said to the architect, "Have you ever designed a ship before?" You know
Roblox ID.
The biggest ship
fuck?
in the world, right? The Ford. But we're going to go back. Okay, now let me ask you the second question. Hydraulic for your elevators or magnets?
Just gonna let that ride in the background. Oh, he is free.
Instead of using hydraulic, that you can be hit by lightning and it's fine. You take a little glass of water and you drop it on magnets. I don't know what's going to happen. So you know the elevators come up in the new.
Okay, this is real life.
Yeah, obviously it's real life.
There's no validity to copyright. Is this copyrighted? Like it's the beginning of a copyrighted thing.
I have no idea if it's copyrighted or not.
But like this is bass boosted Howard the Alien. I don't know.
I think I'm going to change it.
Tough to say.
They have magnets. Not every tractor has hydraulic. Every excavator, every excavating.
Any magnet fans in the chat know it? There's no validity, right? Like I know you could disable magnets by bashing them together, but dropping them in water? What would that even do? Nothing, right?
Machine, if any kind, has hydraulic.
Basement horse meme? I have no clue.
Magnets for your, maybe they're good. Which is better, hydraulic?
Wait, that he's literally doing the. Sorry, we're just like it's not serious, obviously. Whoops. It's this. This is what he's doing with our fucking military.
Definitely Abba J, dude. This is definitely Abba J.
Yeah, like sometimes in my off time I'll use it to like refine some talking points. But I feel like I'd get clowned on for AI debating on stream. Okay, anyways.
What the hell is wrong with
this commercial? Oh.
Can I ask you, the top-ranking gentleman right here?
What?
Seriously, I'm putting out an order.
There shouldn't be an ad running right now.
We build aircraft carriers. It's steam for the catapults, and it's hydraulic for the elevators. We'll never have a problem, okay? Do you agree?
I mean, hey, that's the most conservative thing he's ever said. Anti-change.
Agrees, everybody agrees, but these people in Washington.
What about the Army Corps of Engineers? How do they feel about it?
All right, we're going to do that. I'm serious about it. It bothered me so much. I'd see the costs come in. They spend 900. This is not on my watch, so you know. If it was on my watch, I would be very quiet about it. I wouldn't be talking about it. They spent $993 million on the catapults, trying to get them to work.
I mean, my Discord's open. People can come in and debate whatever the fuck they want.
It has for 50 years, right? So we're going to go back. Seriously, fellas, I want to make that change. I'm going to do an executive order. I'm not going to let them continue to do this. They're trying to make it work. They're trying so
yeah, that's
hard.
what I'm worried about.
They have something that's perfect. So
There'd be
back on that and the magnets. Thank you very much. And of course, we cannot forget the daredevils and the pilots of the famed Carrier Air Wing 5, known as Team Badmen. What the hell is that all about? Who are they? They're bad. The elite air units aboard this vessel are storied squadrons like the Royal Maces.
We can facilitate that debate.
The Argonauts.
What would you two even debate about?
The Chippies, the Titans, the Tiger Tails, the Shadowhawks, And the Saberhawks, all great, great people.
Not French AI. I don't know. There's an AI revolt in
They
chat.
say, and I love it. I love aviation. I actually had a brother who was a pilot, and see, Biden used to say he was a pilot. He was a pilot. He was a truck driver. Whoever walked in, he wasn't a pilot.
Let's chat and miss.
Either, to be honest with you. That I can tell you.
Please don't tell me
That
this is
we
like
all
porn
know.
or something.
But they say the hardest thing to do is landing a plane on an aircraft carrier. You ever hear that? And great pilots can do everything. They're great pilots, but they can't do that. It's a very special talent. Certain people that do that are in this room. You're a very
Let's
small
chat.
group of people. Tremendously talented pilots cannot do it. For a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons. A lot of it's right up here. So I have great respect. The hardest thing you can do as a pilot is land. You know that this ship is so big.
Real.
But when you're up there in the Pacific or the Atlantic and the waves are crashing and it's getting dark, or it is dark, which is even worse. Getting dark is better. But when you're up there, they say it looks like a little...
Sorry, it's Lit Chat. This AI is you guys.
Needle in the ocean. It's just a little thing, and you're landing on top. So I have great respect when I see them land. 3 weeks ago they were landing and doing it beautifully. They had they're very, very talented people, and nobody embodies skill and nerve and
Get
swagger
ranked
and
points for winning bot
the attitude
games.
like a U.S. naval aviator.
True.
So I have great respect for you all. Thank you very much. It's one of the reasons I'm here.
Okay.
That's why I'm here, not someone else. I didn't.
Let's go back to the coefficient work. Because I don't know what I want to do, but I do want to develop like a full political theory. I feel like from there I can branch out more. So, centrist Democrats on true independence.
You know what?
I'd probably say there's 60% crossover there.
That's why I'm doing it. And
show your work, you get a big fat F.
Nobody's ever seen, nobody ever even thought possibly for. Think of it. A year ago, we were a dead country. We were like a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's nobody even close. It's pretty amazing, I'll tell you. None of it would be possible. All of these things that we're doing, all of the respect that we have, it's really because of people like yourself. In the armed forces, generally, it's amazing the job that you all do. None of it would have been possible. And all of those important missions in the Navy, the devoted members of the Food Service Division serving up to 14,000 meals every single day. How's the food? Good? They say it's good. Is it good? I hope it's good. Probably my kind of food. I like that kind of food. But they don't get the credit they deserve. I want to just thank them very much and congratulate them.
Centrist M neocon, 20-30%.
Also hear it for all the sailors holding the American flag high at Seafay, as well as the crews from the ferocious Desron 15.
Yeah, boost my engagement.
Desron 15. But together, the sailors here today give
MAGA, centrist M,
to our nation. And
0.1.
Commander-in-Chief, I'm fighting.
Yep.
We go with
both sides are. But both sides are though.
Centrist M. If you're saying
a BSer? Wait, would you put it for a B? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And then for a true independent, 0.6. Because I feel like people that tend centrist have part of that bias of the, if it's in the center, it must be good. And independent, or it's like, well, it's something nonpartisan. It kind of leans that way. MAGA, the 0.1 would be, the Democratic Party has gone too far left for me, but it's just people getting brain rotted on fucking whatever. Evangelists, 0.5, not 0.5, 0.05, Jesus. And alt-right,
probably 0. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's probably 0.
Every single day.
All right, both sidesers for a communist.
Honestly, there's some of them are probably in there.
Up to a standard.
I'll put a 0.01.
We're starting to make
yeah.
also part of our deal with the trade.
Social Democrats for both sides are.
We used to be number one at making chips.
Or both sides are.
But now
both sides are like anyone that is like.
We'll do it very soon. It's not
Can
going to
call
take
out
that
like
long, but it's a
normal,
process. It's
like
not like
centrists,
making a bullet.
basically.
It's not like it's a big, long process. We've got it going, though, I think, in the right direction.
know.
I think within a short period of time, the Philadelphia yard.
You should just use the goated browser, Google Chrome. Just never open Task Manager.
As an example, is
BS search for a social dem. Honestly, I put that at 20. I feel like, wow, that's an innovative idea.
Yeah, like if both sides are as like Rogan of both sides are probably.
Think of it, we were number one,
Was.
and then over the years they just
Okay,
lost
maybe.
their way.
Yeah.
They started making other things.
Yeah. Because both sides would include just like the average normie that's like, I think intuitively, I think that the middle is probably best. Both sides are of equal value, so if we put them onto scales, the truth is in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna be making
Both sizers for a lib, I'd honestly say that's
think of this
10%.
$17 trillion
It never ends up going to the left, unless they're far enough left.
from all over the world.
Both sizers for a centrist
Biggest
dem.
number in the history of any country, and by the time, and this is in
Maybe, I don't know.
40,
Really-
This is in 8 months.
Really
Over
depends on the
$17 trillion as an example.
centrist
The
dem,
last
you know.
administration
I'll put
did less than
30%.
$1 trillion in 4 years. We did more than 17
Sorry.
trillion in 8 months.
You're
And I
good.
think by the time we
Both
finish
sides
up
are
our
for a
first
true
year, we'll be over
independent.
20 or 21
I'd
trillion
put
dollars of
0.8.
money coming into our country. And
Because, like, think about Andrew Yang and how much they fucking love that guy.
I want to thank Japan because
Both sides
Japan
are
is
for a
making big
neoconn,
investments into the United States, and they're very happy
0.7%.
because the stock market's gone up.
Both
very
sides are for
nicely.
MAGA,
We make Japan a lot
0.4.
of money. That's okay. But they're a big investor
Evangelists,
in our country, and we
probably
like
0.
that.
Point.
But think of those numbers. We weren't
I
doing
don't know,
it
what would
anywhere
have
near.
both sides
We
are
were
think of Mike
laughed
Pence?
at, and now they're all saying they've
Not
never seen
good.
anything like what's happened in such a short period of time. And I was just told
Yeah,
by the Prime Minister that
0.05.
Toyota
Both
is
sides
going
are for
to be
alt-right.
putting auto plants all over the United States to
Probably
the tune
nothing.
of over $10 billion. So that's Toyota. So go out and buy a Toyota.
Yeah, they don't like communists or like Nazi guys, but everything else in between, they're like, wait, that's kind of true.
Well, yes, I would agree with you, but they lean towards the right.
Sure, yeah.
I think there's a section of the both siders which are just like Republican binary. I'm sure you've met these people where they're like, they either won't vote or they'll vote red. They'll never vote blue. They'll find any reason not to vote blue, even if they know that they're not going to vote red. They'll find some excuse to not vote blue, and they'll use the both sides bullshit. All right.
And that's a lot to do with, because right now we have all the AI plants, we have so
Yeah.
many things happening in the United
Gotta have
States,
them
and
ribs.
it's
Gotta have
because
them-
of
gotta have them
November
ribs.
5th
Gotta have them
election day,
ribs.
but it's also because of tariffs.
Pussy too.
The tariffs have been so good. We're taking in trillions and trillions.
300 and something billion, which is not nothing, but it's not enough to offset the cost the tariffs have added.
Of dollars. I heard them before I came up. I heard you're all on television now. They're talking to all the networks. Everybody's covering it. Look at these characters back. Look at all of them. And and they were talking about the tariffs. The tariffs nobody understood tariffs like I understood tariffs, and the tariffs are having people go into our country and spend tremendous numbers like we've never seen.
Oh, yeah. No, when I go into fucking, Walmart, I'm spending numbers like I've never fucking seen before. Am I right, my grocery buying citizens? Yeah, whatever.
And that brings jobs with it. It brings jobs. It brings importance. It brings everything. It brings a strong military.
You first.
It brings a lot of things to other countries. I mean, if you look at some of the deals that we did, if India is going to go to war with Pakistan, and as you go to war, we're not going to do any trade. We're going to put big tariffs on both countries, and they said,
So
guess we're not going to go.
Unless I'm missing something, isn't there something weird about him going in front of our military and saying, go buy a Japanese car? Like, what if you're Mr. Ford auto worker? Are you just like, well, fuck me, I guess? I don't know.
War, 2 nuclear powers, we stopped it, but we stopped a lot.
I feel like if we were to make a clip
wars,
comp for the
tariffs,
midterms,
without
which
tariffs,
I
we
think
wouldn't
might be
have national
something to
security like we
do,
have it. We've never
you
had
just
national security
post
like we have
everywhere
right
about how
now.
Trump has
And
abandoned
literally
the
a year
American
ago, you
worker.
had very little national security. You had people
That should
didn't have a
definitely go
clue.
in there.
Americans
I know it's the most
roaring
liberal,
back like never
lib
before, and with your help, America
shit
is
thing to
respected
do, but
once more,
clip comps
and
work.
It is respected at levels that we haven't seen before. On my first day back in the White House, I deployed the men and women of the United States military to stop the invasion on our southern border, right? It was an invasion, losing hundreds of thousands of people to fentanyl and to drugs, and now we have the most secure border in American history. For 5 months, they said no people came into our country illegally. They came in through a legal process, but nobody came in through the southern border. Can you imagine? Even I can't, it's hard to believe that. Because, and we do have it tight as a drum, but that's what we have.
So when you get a number you can't believe in that direction, you're not firing anybody, but when the jobs growth has a revision, it's, get this motherfucker out of here. Okay.
If you don't have borders,
not?
if you don't have a fair media, if you know you need.
Why is he in front of our military talking about how evil the media is? Like, that's not.
Things. You need a good, fair media. They're getting better. They're not there yet, that I can tell you. But they're getting better. But you need borders. You got to have borders in a country, or you don't have a country. And now we have a border that the likes of which this country has never seen before, and people respect us for it. And with the help of our war fighters, we're decimating the savage drug cartels that poison our people. 200,000 people, maybe more than that, died last year because of what came into our country. Through an open border policy where 25 million people poured into our country, totally unfair.
Wow.
Totally.
All these people, I guess that they started rolling down a hill towards the border at the start of Trump's president, or before the start of Trump's presidency, and they're just making it over because fucking 10 million more, or I think he started at saying it was 10 million people, now it's up to 25. Where did these extra 15 million come from?
We have 75 billion people.
If that's gonna be what it is by the end of the 4th year of this, 100 trillion people. Can you believe it? I've never even seen it. We actually have negative 50 billion people. Even I don't believe it. Jesus. Fucking Diet Coke, man.
Unchecked. They came from prisons. They came from mental institutions and insane asylums. They were drug dealers. They were bad people.
The Canadians sent us their
worst.
institutions, and they sent us their worst. We need to put them back into prison. We need Steven Crowder back in prison, folks.
Is that okay with you? Yes.
Deport Steven Crowder. I'm good with that. Can you guys repatriate Steven Crowder?
And we're also straightening out our cities. You know, Washington, D.C., our beautiful capital, was a killing mess. People getting killed all the time. It was very high crime. And we sent in our National Guard. Again, great people. And
they stood there because they're not allowed to arrest people.
Okay. And now it's a very safe. Now it's considered a very safe. It took 12 days. We got 1,700 people, career credit.
It's like, they were telling me it would take an hour to open up my computer and diagnose the issue. I got a giant hammer, a cartoon mallet, and I smashed it. I said, look, it's open. I see the problem. It's broken. I fixed it in 10 minutes. They said it would take 10 hours. Like, okay. It's just
criminals, many of which came in through Biden's open border.
We didn't have an open border.
Infiltrated.
That's a myth that centrists will not yield on.
Yeah,
I've debated that. Like, I can't tell people. He's like, well, why are all these people coming in? One, it's COVID, and there's gonna be a lot more asylum seekers. And two, if we had safer and more accountable ways to vet people. We had the CHNV program. We had more asylum judges. We let border patrol, like CBP officers, do an initial asylum vetting. Like, the moves were being made. I don't, like, what is this open border policy that they talk about? It's just,
Capital. And we had a very unsafe capital, but for years before that it was very unsafe. Now it's as safe as there is anywhere in the country. You can have your daughter, your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend walk right in.
Thank you for having my boyfriend.
Nobody's going to touch him. The crime is down to almost nothing. It's a whole different ball game. It took literally 12 days, but let's give us a month to do it really. Drum tight, and it's a beautiful thing. And
that came up in some conversation.
And you know, people don't care if we send in
Biden
our
was
military,
gonna die
if we
in
send
2
in
years.
our National Guard, if we send in Space Command, they don't care who the hell it is. They just want to be safe. And we have safe cities now. We're starting in Memphis, and Memphis was a disaster. It's been there. They've been there for 2 weeks, and it's a whole different story. Crime is less than half, and within a month it'll be gone. Getting rid of all the bad ones. And we're going to go into Chicago. We're going to go into our cities. We're going to clean them out. We're going to straighten them out. And we're going to have safe.
Why do Republicans hate AOC so much? Like, what is the obsession? I really don't get it.
Cities, because we want to protect safe cities. We're going to have beautiful, safe cities, and it's happening very quickly and very easily, actually. It's easy for us. It's hard
getting off Twitter.
for them.
Fuck that.
And we have to have a little more help. It doesn't matter, really. We can do as we want to do, but it would be nice to have more help from some of the Democrat governors that don't mind. In Chicago, 2 weeks ago, 4 people murdered, 11 people shot. This weekend, it was like terrible, much worse than that. And then we have a governor that stands up and says, oh, it's wonderful, it's not wonderful. And what we're doing is
Chicago week.
And we're doing that with all of our cities that are troubled. We have cities that are troubled. We can't have cities that are troubled. And we're sending in our National Guard. And if we need more than the National Guard, we'll send more than the National Guard. Because we're going to have safe cities. We're not going to have people killed in our cities. And whether people like that or not, that's what we're doing. And you've been watching what our missiles do to boats and ships and submarines. How about the submarine? They said, no, that was just fishing. The radical left Democrats said, well, it was a submarine, but they were just fishing. Submarines don't go fishing, do they?
Well, Democrats have this crazy ability that Republicans don't. That is to go case by case on things. Yeah, it's a submarine. It's probably going to be a drug boat. Now, if I saw that it was a submersible, I still probably drugs. Whatever. But the Colombian president was like, hey, you guys, like, that. Yeah, that one was drugs, but you guys did blow up like a fisherman, just a heads up. And he's like, nope, fake president, what a fake guy.
You know more about submarines than I do. You have a beauty park outside, actually. This is a submarine, and you know what it was designed for? Transporting drugs, and it got hit.
Wow.
But each one of those vessels that we hit kill, on average, 25,000 people, American people, every
Damn, bro, there's going to be nobody left.
Single year. They kill, each one of them killed 25,000 people. So we have to stop it, and we have stopped it, and I want to thank Pete for having the courage to do it. And believe me, people are very honored that you do it. 25,000 people for each boat. For many years, the drug cartels have waged war in America, and at long last, we're finally waging war on the cartels. We're waging war like they've never seen before.
It is.
And we're going to win that battle. We're winning it already.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, we do be dying. So yeah, ever since COVID, damn, we really, I mean, it makes sense, right? People be dying. It's not good. It's on its way down, though, so that's nice, I guess. Oh, wait. Who was president when it peaked and started reducing? Wait a minute. No, it can't be. You're telling me under Trump it was shooting up? And then under Biden it... No. Impossibly. Impossibly.
The sea, I mean, the only problem is nobody wants to go into the sea anymore. Even the fishing boats, they say, let's take a pass. But they don't want that. But we're knocking them out one by one. And very importantly, we've almost stopped completely the drugs coming in by sea. And now we'll stop the drugs coming in by land. That's going to be very easy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he did have a mustache, didn't he?
Ending wars. We're ending wars all over this planet. And as you know, and I said before, I ended 8 wars in 8 months, the most of any president in history. No president that we know has ever ended any war. A lot of them go into wars. But this includes Kosovo and...
He's just... Wait, can we listen to that one again?
Wars in 8 over this planet. And as you know, and I said before, I ended 8 wars in 8 months, the most of any president in history. No president that we know has ever ended any war. A lot of them go into wars.
What? So I was not listening. Okay.
Famously, Harry Truman took no action to end World War II. Okay. Based.
Liberals are too mad to accept the facts.
The facts. What, World War II just kind of stopped? We were trying to get back into it.
Trump stopped.
Trump. Oh, fuck.
Congo,
okay, hold on. My lamp is
Pakistan
way too dim.
India, Israel and Iraq.
Facts don't care about your history.
They took that nuclear capability. They would have had, Iran would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 months. Not anymore.
Ew, that's way too bright.
Ethiopia.
That's
Armenia,
too dark.
Azerbaijan. That was going on for 35 years. Big, horrible war.
I need like a light
this
orange.
Month we ended the war in Gaza, in the Middle East. We ended the war in the Middle East. Nobody thought it was possible. And we also just signed a deal in Malaysia between a war that was just starting.
I need to let chat control my lights somehow.
So we saved millions and millions of lives, and I did it.
That'd be fun.
Mostly verbally. We didn't have to get you involved. When we don't get you involved, that's a good thing. We don't want you to get involved. If I can avoid you getting involved, if I have an ability to do things.
We will not send you to go fight to enforce peace. We will only use you to police American citizens. Yes, sir, Mr. President. That's why I signed up.
Things that maybe other people don't.
That'd be fun.
Things, but we stopped a lot of those wars based on trade and tariffs.
Is there
penalties.
Govy?
You know, they're getting all ready to fight, and then we tell them.
I'm sure I could get this.
We're trading with the United States. We're putting tariffs on your nation, etc., etc. It's called national security.
Oh, I could totally do this.
But it's really national security for the whole world, and everywhere we go.
Unverified download
actually
blocked.
Making peace, and it's peace through strength. When they look at this, when they look at you people, they say we're not going to mess around with them. So it's very important. After years of crippling inflation,
you really, no one wants to fucking invade us. They want to fuck with our allies, and they've been doing that with impunity.
Back home, we had the worst inflation in the history of our country. Energy costs are down. You know, energy costs are way down.
They're not.
Way down. They were so down that now everyone can afford a home. That's what I've been told. I don't believe the numbers, but I don't want to be cute. I want to be cute here. It's all good. Don't worry about it. That's what he's been saying. I don't want to be cute, or I'm being cute. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
He said this speech and the plain speech where he's like, "I'm going to heaven."
I'm going to heaven. Yeah, and the I wouldn't run as VP and then have him step down. I could. It's just that's too cute. I wouldn't do it like that. Yeah, energy costs have been pretty consistently on the rise. Just a heads up.
Gasoline prices are way down. Grocery prices are way down. We have a little problem with beef. We're going to get that down very quickly.
Oh, there's a Willie Mac video.
Down. Mortgage rates are down despite having an incompetent head of the Fed. I call him too late. He's always too late.
You put him there, bro.
He's too late in lowering
Come on, little bro.
rates. I call him Jerome
Little gup.
Too Late Powell. But despite having a totally grossly incompetent guy, we have we blow through it because we're doing so well.
I'm going to
Inflation
blow
is
Powell. He's too late.
workers'
He
wages
comes
are
way too
rising
slow.
at the fastest pace in 60 years, and that includes your
Whatever.
wages. They're rising in the fastest pace. The workers, I'm not talking about the rich people. Rich people, everyone's doing well. Everyone in our country is now doing well. My first term, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had an economy like nobody has seen before. Now we're doing it again, but this time actually it's going to be much
Let's check the Yeet Twitter account on the side
I
tab
told you
here.
$17 trillion, but it's going to be 21
Mizka
trillion
stuff, don't
and that's
care.
numbers that have never been heard of before. Much bigger than any other country in the world by literally 16 trillion dollars.
Okay, never mind.
Amazing.
I realize
The
I
sailors
don't
in the
care
ship
at all about
sacrificed so
streamer
much for our
drama.
country and the president, and I will tell you, the president standing right up here loves you. I respect you and I love you.
He
And
loves
I'm
me.
giving everything I have
He
to
loves
make
me
sure
not.
that
He
when
loves me.
you get home, you find an America that is safe and proud and
I need
sovereign
a
and free.
so once I get the like the chud fucking flashing on screen thing working, I also need one that's like a a semi-transparent liquid white splurt that comes up from the bottom. Like if he says something it's just like, we arrested 500 million illegals.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Pretty funny.
One service member who reminds us that we're working for you and for everybody and for our country is Chief Warrant Officer Will Hightower, who serves on the George Washington in the all-important deck department. Do you know what the deck department is? I have no idea.
The deck
But they
department
do.
on a
In
ship.
April 2024, Will sailed away from Norfolk, leaving behind his wonderful wife, Megan, their precious 6-year-old daughter, and their 1-year-old son. In the past 12 months, he has only been home for 3 weeks total, 3 weeks. An enormous sacrifice, very
Whoa.
tough on the family, but an
a
experience
lot of weeks.
everyone on the ship really knows very well. In February, Will's tour will come to an end, and he will finally be going home just in time for his daughter's birthday. So, Will, I want to thank you together with all of those people that go through the same thing. I want to really thank.
How do I
where is
change the
Will? Is
country?
Will around here? Where is Will?
There we
Wow,
go.
Look at him. These are good-looking people here. That's great, Will.
Our hot military.
That's
They're
good.
really
Those are
sexy,
amazing.
aren't they,
That's
folks?
Holy, what the fuck is going on in Lebanon?
fantastic.
What happened to the ceasefire? Jesus. Look at the Golan Heights. Look. What the fuck? Wait, there's Israeli-controlled Lebanon now? Okay. Awesome.
See, in the old days,
Just wanted
they'd
to
say,
check in.
Does your wife still love you? But I don't do that anymore. You know? Does your wife still love you? Yes. Do you still love your wife? Every day. That's good. Okay, that's good. So that's
Oh.
Oh, what is happening?
Say hello to your
Could not
daughter,
tell
right?
you.
And your wife. And just in conclusion, every sailor here today inherits a
What's
legacy
a-
of valor and
What's
grit
another puzzle game
and
that
glory
I do?
unmatched in the long history of mankind's
Scrandal!
voyage on the seas. It's a voyage like nobody's ever had, like you have. For 2.5 centuries, America's Navy has preserved the vision of our first commander-in-chief, who gave this ship its storied name, its righteous soul, and its timeless motto: first in war, first in peace. Very famous phrase, George Washington.
Have
After
you heard of this guy?
250 years, that is exactly what our
11-pound
country
pint
is
of
today.
Stella?
It's
No,
first in
thank
war,
you.
First in peace, first in wealth, first in power, first in science, first in
Wealth, fame, power. Yeah.
spirit, and first
Trump's
in
announcing the
freedom.
fucking One
We
Piece.
went through 4 bad years, but now America will always be first again. If you have the right person up here, if you have somebody that understands a lot of different subjects,
What the
we're going to be bigger,
fuck
better,
is this?
stronger, and more important, really, frankly, to the world. Japan respects us. If you see what's going on all over the world, they're respecting us again.
tragic.
They respect us like never
Respected us
before.
more.
The treatment they gave me all over as I go around to different countries is great, but it's really a respect for me, but it's a bigger respect for our country. They respect our country again. They didn't respect our country just a few years ago. from Boston Harbor to Hampton Roads, and from Caribbean Sea to the Red Sea, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, and from the Persian Gulf to what is now known as the Gulf of America. Isn't it nice? They say it now routinely. I heard the news today. The Gulf of America, weather is wonderful. They don't.
Yeah, whatever. Trying to ban the AP from the White House. The AP, like, one of the most fair, like, actual fair and balanced, just the facts news sources. And they're like, you're not calling it the Gulf of America, you fucking freak. Get out of here.
Don't say it with a smile. It's called the Gulf of America. How did that happen, right?
That's a good fucking question,
you know,
brother.
For many years I said, why is it called the Gulf of Mexico when we seem to have the shore? Well, we do. We have 92% of the shoreline. So I said, you know.
And there's the Bay of California, or the Gulf of, or I don't know if it's the Bay or the Gulf of California, which is bordered, I think, 100% by Mexican coastline. Like, it's what it's called.
When we make it back, not if, when, too big to rig. We made it too big to rig. I said, get out and vote. Too big to rig. Make it that way.
Because of
I said, I'm going to change it.
Baja
And
California.
one of the first things I did is I changed it. Nobody could even fight it. They tried. We got sued all over the place. We won every suit. And it's now officially the Gulf of America. Isn't that nice? But our sailors have written honor, greatness, and triumph into the pages of history. What you're doing is incredible, and it's an incredible time for our country. On gun decks and flight decks, and torpedo rooms and cockpits, the men and women of the Navy have poured out their blood and sweat and tears to defend the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's go back to this
They've
index.
crossed icy channels, left from burning
All right.
wreckage, stormed in.
A truly independent person, someone who is not swayed by partisanship, just a person with a. These people are rare. A lot of both sides think they're true independents, but they are not. They are not. These are generally policy only people. So will they vote for a communist?
And laid down their lives to ensure
True
the
independence?
survival of liberty.
Probably not.
Now,
0.01.
today carry on that noble mission.
A social democrat?
No matter what challenge comes our way, no matter what danger we face, we hoist our great American flag very, very high. We race into the waves and we rally to that immortal battle cry of the American sailor. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead, right? Together with our incredible Japanese allies and all of our allies all over the world, we stand strong, we stand proud, we will stand taller than we've ever stood before.
True independent voting for a liberal? Maybe I'm pessimistic, but I fail to see that much crossover there. That's a rough one. I'll put that at 0.3. They just... no, if you're truly independent, you're going policy for... I don't know. I need a better definition of what a truly independent person is. Because it's like... Does that just mean single issue? Or does that mean someone who takes into consideration everything? Just like nobody fucking does. True independent for a center-left Dem. Oh, this is a tough one.
Freer, braver, and more brilliant than ever before. And we will fight, fight, fight. We will win, win, win. And I want to thank everyone.
Cool. That was that. Yeah, this was him talking about how he's the third term shit where it's too cute. Let me just search this transcript really quick. Too cute. Yeah.
Vice President.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that. Run, I'd do something, but
just watch this segment.
The giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions.
The readout from Walter Reed mentioned advanced medical
I did. I got an MRI. It was perfect. Yeah. I mean, I gave you the full results. We had an MRI, and in the machine, you know, the whole thing. Yeah. And it was.
Anyone in particular they were
you could ask the doctor.
Are you familiar with this thing?
In fact, we have doctors traveling with us, but I think they gave you a very conclusive. Nobody has ever given you reports like I gave you. And if I didn't think it was going to be good, either I would let you know negatively, I wouldn't run, I'd do something.
This is the report that said he was 220 pounds, right? Like, that's bullshit. I'm not a light guy. But I'm shorter than Trump. I know that's bullshit. And if it is true, that implies like 0 muscle mass and 0 bone density. Like, that's just.
But the doctor said some of the best reports for the age, some of the best reports they've ever seen.
One theory on how you might try to.
He also said he was healthier than Barack Obama. Like, fucking serious.
Serve a third term. Is that you could run as the vice president?
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that.
Is it the White House's or the White House counsels or his legal position? I guess.
You'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out because it's too cute. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute. It's not. It wouldn't be right.
Sir, a golf-related question. Do you mind?
It's just. Okay. I feel like a big thing that has to be done is liberal. Is my mic peaking?
Nope, it sounds great.
Okay. I feel like a thing liberals have to do is dispel this myth of, like, responsibility, the hard truth mythos of conservatives, right? Because when someone talks, I'm fiscally conservative, it's, yeah, it'd be nice to do all these, liberal things, but it's too expensive. We can't do it. We can't afford it. There's hard truths that we have to accept. I feel like that mythos has to be dispelled going forward. Because when you have someone talking about a third term, like, ignoring fiscal stuff, because there's obviously so much shit on that, but you have the president of the United States talking to the media, whose job it is to be tough, to, like, investigate, to ask questions and all that. He's talking about having a third term, and not just whether or not he's going to do it, but how he would do it, and the options he's already ruled out. And the next question is, I think the question coming up is, what's the hardest golf swing? Like,
right. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute. It's not. It wouldn't be right.
Sir, a golf-related question. Do you mind? Your personally the most difficult shot for you in golf.
Like, I'm sorry, he's talking about loopholes in the Constitution to hold on to power. If I didn't have such low opinion of conservative media, I'd have thought that this was some, like, insider scripted to get him off this question. But simply because I have no faith in conservative media to actually not think that this is, like, a question people care about, it's like, what the fuck? This is baffling to me.
How were you playing? The most difficult shot. It used to be chipping, but I've become a very good chipper. I hit them all pretty good. I'm a pretty good golfer. I won 38 club championships. That's pretty good. And pretty much I hit. I'm very solid, very consistent, pretty long. I mean, I hit the ball pretty long. I play with Gary Player. Gary's 90, and he shot 70 with me the last time we played, which is pretty amazing from 68.
Like, I don't know. That's it. Like, is it not your job as the media to kind of be tough? I don't know. I don't know. It's disappointing. Mike Johnson back then is one of the top searches. And every day of the shutdown, Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer do a press conference and Mike Johnson does a press conference. Who is being swayed by this? Beck, what do you think is the end? Like, how do you think this shutdown comes to an end?
I think Republicans will yield. Is the polling numbers like really bad for Democrats?
So
it's
39. I think it's like 36 or 39% blame Dems and 49% blame Republicans. Shutdown blame polling. Yeah, here. It's in thinking about the government shutdown, who do you think is more responsible? Republicans in Congress or Democrats in Congress? Republicans, 45%, Democrats 39%. Now, a 6% spread, that's not great. That is some serious, that's why I think they're doing these press conferences. I do think staying in front of the American people, pushing and repeating the same lies over and over again are helping the Republicans. Because there's no world in which this should be the spread. Granted, it's good that this isn't falling on Democrats. I'm grateful to the lords of chance or whatever the fuck of that. And amongst independents, the spread is 16%. So this is, I think, the most important stat. Also, shout out to the women out there, because men blame Democrats more than Republicans. Because we're fucking... I don't even know. Oh my god. Do you remember your tweet like a couple days after Trump won?
No.
It was like, man, shout out black women. Y'all are the fucking goats.
Yeah.
That was based.
Yeah, if you look up their numbers, it's like crazy.
Yeah. That's the gaggle again.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 28 of the Democrat shutdown. We're almost...
There hasn't been a negotiation since the one that they had, right? Where Trump had, the Trump 2028 hats. Right? There's been no movement on that. Next. Shutdown negotiation. It cannot be the case where the opposition party is ignored completely. That is not the reason we have our government partially set up the way it is to prevent mob rule and the complete erasure of the minority or the party or the minority party or opposition or whatever. It's disappointing.
Just a month into this, and we wanted to highlight a couple of things and a few members this morning. There are some very important developments. But before we get to all that, one of the things that we wanted to note is that really it's painfully obvious to everyone the true motivation of the Democrats' historic obstruction.
Oh, there's a new motivation.
It's now become very clear for everyone. I want to use a little simple, Lily, if you show me this real quick. Just real quick, simple facts, because these things get obscured.
Oh, God, it's not Comic Sans, it's like...
Too much.
What is this? Man, Their heart's not even in their posters. Now it's $200 billion in health benefits to illegal aliens.
But there are simple facts about the Democrat shutdown that everybody needs to recognize. Here's 4 of them. First of all, we have to have Democrats to reopen the government. You know that in the Senate it requires 60 votes to break an impasse. Wait, hang on, Lily, hold it real here. Make it close to the podium. I want everybody to see this, okay? We're going to make it simple. I had my 15-year-old son and some of his friends were together over the weekend, and they wanted me to explain it to them as simply as possible. This is the little formulation.
What does that imply about your voter base? Or how low you think of them? It's like, our polling numbers are down, so I've decided to present to you what I presented to my 15-year-old son.
Okay? Hey, fellas, remember from civics, you got to have 60 votes in the Senate. We only have 53 Republicans, so we must have Democrats to do it. The Democrats are out trying to claim that this is all on Republicans because we control the government. We don't control the Senate without 60 votes, so you have to have them. Now they've voted 13 times, those Senate Democrats, counting the House and the Senate together, they voted 13 times to keep the government closed. And what they're demanding as a ransom to reopen the government are some really crazy things. They want to restore $200 billion in health benefits paid for by U.S. taxpayers to illegal aliens and non-citizens. We can't do that. They want billions of dollars in wasteful programs to be returned to foreign countries for things that none of you would agree with. We're not going to do that. They want $500 million to go back to left-leaning news organizations.
It's PBS, by the way. Just for the record.
For by taxpayers. We can't do that. And then they want to cut $50 billion from the Rural Hospital Fund that Republicans got signed into law July 4th to prop up health care in red states and rural areas around the country. It's too important, but they want to take that away.
And you already know the talking point on this one, but this $50 billion is kind of a subsidy after they cut like hundreds of billions that go to underserved hospitals. Just by the way.
They know that we can't do it. And now that they've begun to admit what this is all about. Thanks, Lee. You put on the thing there. They're admitting what they're up to. Chuck Schumer said every day the shutdown gets better for us, meaning the Democrat Party. And you know, we had the second-ranked Democrat in the House, the minority whip, who just said a few days ago, the end of last week, that we know that this is causing great pain for the American people, but we have to use this leverage. We don't have many times where we have leverage like this. And so
I wonder what the resonance on that is for the American people. Like if they view that statement as a solemn acceptance of what has to be done, or yeah, we're fine with using your pain. I don't know.
We've shown you what the real motivation is. But ultimately, why are they doing all that? Let me summarize this really quickly, as simply as I can, for the civic students back home. Republicans are not demanding anything, literally nothing. All we want is to reopen the government. The Democrats are demanding all those things I just showed you on the chart, plus a lot more. When I say they want to send money to foreign countries, this is some of the things that they would propose that we spend money on again. They're demanding, this is a ransom to reopen the government. Things like $4 million for global LGBTQI plus awareness campaigns around the world. $4 million for the LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Balkans. They want $2 million for feminist democratic principles projects in Africa.
I wonder, those feminist democratic principles rights programs in Africa, are they perhaps related to, I don't know, women's rights in those countries?
We're not doing that. But again, the question is why? Why? This sounds crazy. It is. Why would they do this? And what we saw on vivid display.
He is smoother again today, so.
The re-emphasis of this fact. This
his
is
adrenochrome shots are hitting.
Out of fear. And what do we mean by that? You saw the Democratic leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, endorse Zoran Mamdani for mayor of New York City on Friday. It was an illustration of what we're facing here. The Democrats right now fear the far left activists more than they fear air traffic controllers, border patrol agents, American service members, and so many others missing their paychecks. They fear the Marxist insurgents like Mamdani more than they fear families and children going hungry from lapsed benefits that keep food on their tables. They simply fear losing their own political positions next November if they don't appease the angry.
Has AOC said she's going to try and take Schumer's seat?
No matter how much pain's inflicted. In fact, they've said in their own words, this gets better for us day by day. How does it get better? Because they're proving to the angry far left base in their party that they will prioritize them.
Yeah, we're the United States. We have programs around the world. So does Canada. So does every other developed nation. It's part of what a developed nation does. And you know what you get for that? You get influence once those countries develop further. You get trade relations. You get access to their resources. The second we step away, you know what happened? China stepped in and kept developing, kept spending money in those countries. Foreign aid is something we do. It's something... No, it's not over. It's just different, I guess. There's trying to reinstate some small part of it. The general... Like, they'll say USAID. It's U.S. aid. U.S. foreign aid. The thing that essentially buys us influence in these countries that as they develop are going to choose to either join China's sphere of influence or ours. And it's better for us, and I'd argue better for them, to join our sphere of influence. But, you know, Republicans don't see it that way. Because they see Africa and a dollar bill, and they're like, no. Are you... Okay, this is rage bait. 4. You're either rage baiting or fucking retarded. It does seem like he has a point. The Dems shut down the country for Africa. No, it's a small provision. The Democrats shut down the country because Republicans are trying to take away tax credits that let people at below or just above the poverty line afford their health care. Okay. It's such a misunderstanding of what is happening. This is a small provision. The main point of contention is healthcare and these tax credits that make people pay like an eighth of what they would. Like, I think there's some 2-ish million people that would lose coverage. Okay, when you start off at a basis that's so far from the truth and only listen to one point from Mike fucking Johnson, that's gonna be a little disingenuous. Like, Christ, dude.
For the American people. And simply put, it's the profound fear in the Democratic Party that drives this shutdown. It is not principle. It is not policy. It is certainly not concern for the constituents that they say that they want to represent. We know that because even their own constituents now.
Moderates are supposed to meet them halfway.
To stop the political games.
Halfway from what? The midpoint between two ideas isn't necessarily right. Just because something's in the middle doesn't make it right. It's not offended, it's thorough disappointment.
And reopen the government. Just yesterday, the largest union of federal workers, the very people that the Democrats claim that they fight for, came out publicly and urged the Democrats to join the Republicans in passing the House's very simple short-term funding bill. Also, yesterday, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association began to put up flyers in airports to explain the real danger that is being imposed for air travel.
Good thing I don't talk about Canada that frequently. This is a domestic politics stream.
Safety in this country, highlighting what the Democrats are doing. So I just want to say this simply to our Democrat colleagues. You have an off-ramp now. You painted yourself into a corner, but here's your off-ramp. The unions, the largest unions are saying, please do this. You can claim that as cover and say that you had to do it. Reopen the government. Get it working for the people. It's our number one priority and responsibility as members of Congress. But Senate Democrats have refused to do it for almost a month now.
Half the viewers on this stream are
Over and over,
Canadian.
Republicans have done our job. We passed the clean short-term funding extension to keep the lights on.
Or
and feed all
British.
these workers and our troops and fund programs like SNAP and WIC that Americans need and rely on. And in the meantime, Republicans have been working very hard around the clock every day of this Democrat shutdown to do
Canadians
our
hate
best
what? The
to
shutdown?
reduce the pain for our constituents. In our districts, we got a video running over here just showing some highlights of what all the House Republicans are doing and have been doing for the last few weeks. Out in their districts, they're trying to help Americans navigate the crisis that the Democrats have created with their selfish political decisions.
Nobody hates Canada. I guess except Canadians, but I just can't believe you would take Mike Johnson at his word. That was a bit surprising, to say the least.
Here's a few more examples this morning we wanted to highlight. In Montana, Congressman Troy Downing, these are all Republicans.
And
doing
extrapolate
work back home.
beyond what he
He's
said.
met directly with his TSA officers and air traffic controllers who continue to show up to work while Democrats keep the government closed. In New York, Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis has been working around the clock, hand in hand, for example, with her local national
Again,
park
this
officials.
is domestic politics.
Organized
Canadians' opinions on Canada aren't really within the scope. I'll take you at your word for it.
community cleanups and maintain our public lands, doing the work Democrats left behind as park rangers and visitors staff remain furloughed under their shutdown. In Sullivan County, Indiana.
The thing about a shutdown is it takes two parties to keep the government shut down. The Republicans can move to the Democrats, or the Democrats can move to the Republicans. Within the Democratic demands for reopening the government, there's four demands. There's reinstatement of funding for DSH hospitals, which are hospitals that can't fund themselves through regular means, as in hospitals in poor and rural communities. I fail to see an unreasonable Democratic demand. There's the reinstatement of tax credits for people on Medicaid that would be paying more than, I think it's more than an eighth of their income, total income, not disposable, on healthcare, which is pretty reasonable. If you're at the poverty line, paying an additional $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month on healthcare is unaffordable. So reinstating those tax credits to keep people insured, and then also ending a loophole that would allow the president to bar the disbursement of federally allotted funding, which is not in the president's purview. There's nothing in here that's unreasonable. And I think the sum total cost is like $30 billion a year. That's the spread. And that's what is so infuriating, that Republicans who didn't ever consult Democrats when writing legislation won't move an inch or even negotiate. That's the thing too. Like, you don't have to meet every demand, but you should probably come to the table. Instead, Trump says don't negotiate. Mike Johnson says no, go on vacation. We're not going to negotiate. Like, it is beyond bad faith. It's insane to me to consider these two equal and opposite parties of similar or same moral standing. Like, in a healthy U.S., that may be the case, where we have progressivism versus conservatism and having some equal measure keeping our country on track. But right now we have whatever the fuck this is versus people who just want some healthcare for people to stay viable. Like, it's the measure of these two parties is just it's completely different.
South Texas, you have Congressman Mark Messmer and Brian Babin. They've strategized with rural hospital leaders to ensure that these communities are able to access that $50 billion rural hospital fund, by the way, that the Democrats want to defund. It's the very funds that the Democrats...
This $50 billion comes at the expense of about, I think it's $100 billion for rural hospitals.
Worked hard to kill in their counterproposal to reopen the government. In South Carolina, Congresswoman Sherry Biggs has been meeting with her small business owners who continue to serve their communities, many of whom are already feeling the benefits from Republicans' work to deliver no tax on tips. We did that in the big, beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cut. It's a wildly popular measure that, by the way, every Democrat voted against. In Oregon, Congressman Cliff Bentz is meeting with his air traffic officials as they wait on Democrats to reopen the government and deliver the federal funds they need to expand that region's critical air travel infrastructure. And here in Washington, the work has gone on in earnest.
Fucking Hassan sigh.
People keep commenting to me, "You look so tired on TV." I am so tired because
that's what's going to happen to this stream.
We're working overtime. Here in Washington, our House committees have continued to conference together and do all the work we can to ensure legislation is ready for the floor for action as soon as we get back to legislative session. The House also continues to carry out its essential oversight duties, and you'll be reporting on this all day. But Oversight Chairman James Comer released a blockbuster report now on the Biden auto pen presidency. This report
Should we read that?
47 hours worth of transcripts and testimony revealing that every executive action signed by the auto pen without written authorization from President Biden should be voided.
Is there verbal authorization? Whatever. It's not worth it.
This is an
Wild
unprecedented
stuff.
situation in American politics and government. The actions of President Biden simply were not all his own actions. And there are major implications to that, including all the pardons that he signed. But don't get me started. Okay, on Friday, the Energy and Commerce Chairman, Brett Guthrie, these are all Republican actions, he launched a bipartisan investigation into the NBA's handling of betting and illegal gambling allegations following the recent shocking reports that raised questions and integrity concerns. And as we covered last week, the House Oversight Committee also delivered its third batch of files from the Epstein investigation, now totaling 43,000 pages and documents, pieces of evidence, including personal flight logs, financial ledgers, daily calendars, and diaries of Epstein himself. Republicans are here in Washington, and we're out in our district, fans out across the country doing good work.
You can look up the CR. The demands are in here. This is the CR that Democrats are proposing.
Work on behalf of the people we serve and represent. And what are the Democrats doing? You've seen it. They're posting TikTok videos. They're bragging about using the American people's pain as their political leverage. And House Republicans are taking this day by day, just like the rest of the country. We have our House Republicans on a 48-hour return notice so they can get back, understanding that some flights may well be delayed. But to get everybody back here as soon as possible, as soon as the Democrats decide to do the right thing and reopen the government.
Why were they gone, Mike?
We will get back to immediate and urgent and necessary business on the House floor itself. We're anxious to get back to that, but we cannot have a regular legislative session.
I'm curious to see what, like, if they do end up folding, what is their off-ramp after all this?
And get this moving again. So today we're fortunate to be joined by several of our good friends and colleagues here, all members of the Republican Study Committee, and the chairman of that committee, the largest caucus of conservatives in Congress, is Representative August Pfluger from Texas, and we're glad to have him as well. He's going to share a little bit about the reckless decision of the Democrats and what that means for military readiness and families all across this country. We are so grateful for these great members and their leadership. August will reference who's here, and then we'll
Holy
take some
this
questions.
fish.
So, Chairman Pfluger. Sure.
Speaker, you're doing a great job, and I think we all know that today's Democrat Party is not the party of JFK, who once famously said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." Instead, today, Democrats under Schumer and Clark and Mandami are saying, "Ask not what you can do for your country, but who you can leverage for your radical agenda." Ask not what you can do for your country, but who you can leverage for your radical agenda.
All right, this is nothing. I think it's time for Pierce Morgan versus Pierce Morgan. We've got what's his name? Oh my! Brian Tyler Cohen, Michael Knowles, and Jack Posobiec.
You really think he'd go through this if he was planning to leave in 36 months?
Trump is. And Jack Posobiec, the host of Human Events. Well, welcome to all of you. Michael Knowles, I've been to the White House. It's a lovely building, an amazing building, a bit like our number 10 Downing Street or Buckingham Palace. I've never paid much attention to the East Wing, but I have over the years heard grumblings that the White House generally doesn't have enough mass entertainment space, i.e. a big ballroom. So I'm trying to work myself into a lather of rage about this, and I'm coming up slightly short.
Genuinely, is there anyone who's that upset about this? Is this like someone's top issue? Maybe on Twitter, but that's it.
Why is it winding so many people up that Trump is basically creating a space which was probably lacking?
Well, I'm really glad to see it, actually, Piers, because we've finally identified one historic American structure that the left does not want to tear down. Of course, if it were a statue of George Washington or Abraham Lincoln or Christopher Columbus or an historic church in Washington, D.C., then they would want to rip it to the ground.
I can't wait for the 2050 debates where they still frame everyone on the left as 2016 liberals. That's...
or burn it, but because it is a relatively recent addition to the White House that has been used for various purposes over the years, now they're all up in a rage. But I can promise them, don't worry, that what is going to replace it is going to be bigger. It's going to be much, much more functional than what effectively had become a First Lady's professional quarters since the Carter administration. It's going to be really useful, really beautiful, really patriotic, so I'm sure they'll want to tear it down then.
Brian Tyler Cohen.
Bro, you gotta get killed for that.
And if so, why?
Whoa.
I care because this puts on full display where Trump's priorities are. If you look at where he actually puts his energy, his focus, his resources, it's on a $350 million ballroom. It's on buying a couple of Gulfstream jets for Kristi Noem to the tune of $172 million. It's on hosting these crypto dinners where Trump has doubled his net worth. It's on gold plating his Oval Office. It's on making sure that he can get himself a Qatari jet that'll be retrofitted to the tune of $1 billion paid for by American taxpayers. This is where his priorities are. And all the while, we've got American farmers who are getting screwed right now. We've got
Why does Jack Posobiec look like
17
that?
million of whom
Like,
are going to lose
that
access to
hollow,
Medicaid. We've got 24 million Americans who are
that
losing
hollow, like,
their ACA.
I don't know if it's like about to cry or just finished crying look of just 1,000-yard stare. He's staring at the pile of Russian money that makes him sell out any principle that he might have
We've
had.
got wages flat, and all the while Trump is only focused on surrounding himself with gold and opulence and wealth. And so it puts on full display what his priorities are in office.
I mean, he has got the hostages released in Gaza.
Oh my
so
God!
When you say it's a priority.
Wait, you're talking to Ewan or Pierce?
No, Pierce.
Okay,
I mean, he has done some good stuff.
Are in office.
I mean, he's a really good guy.
I mean, he
honestly.
has got the hostages released in.
Thank you.
Who got more hostages back? I just say it's look, the hostages coming back. That's good.
I know, but it's what he did is he completely just sidestepped whatever he just said and said, but the hostages are good, right?
Yeah.
Right? You agree that the hostages are good?
Yeah, it's like, wait, what do you have to say about all this corruption, all this opulence while people are suffering? Well, can you admit, you stupid liberal, that there's at least one good thing? It's like, yeah, but what do you have to say to the rest of it? But there's at least one good thing, right? It's like, sure. No, liberals shouldn't tear it down. They should just rename it the Barack Hussein Obama Ballroom. I feel like that'd be
pretty good.
The Zoran Mandani Ballroom, the AOC Ballroom. Now that would be epic winning.
Gaza. So when you say it's his priority, why can a
Look at that
president of the
shit
United
eating,
States
like,
not
I-
have multiple things that he's doing at the
these
same
people
time?
are
The ballroom, I'm sure, is not to him a
reprehensible.
massive priority compared to trying to find peace around the world. But surely he can do two things at once. Can't he?
The trans center of
Caroline Levitt came out
balls.
just days ago and said that the ballroom is his priority.
True.
And again, the fact is that Donald Trump did not run solely on releasing the hostages. He had plenty of promises that he didn't. Where are the Epstein files? Those weren't released.
Brian,
Where's
what
that
you just
free
said is a
IVF?
total lie. I'll let you.
What?
No, okay, I can't do this fishing game. Like, fuck it. You know what we're gonna do for this Piers Morgan site? We're just gonna fact check everything because fuck these people. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just keep the vote open. I'm disabled and work. No, we are not losing. Depends, Joe. Are you okay? Whatever. Levitt, top priority, ballroom. Pretty
Go ahead. Yes.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
In addition to the ballroom and the Rose Garden
I'm going
patio,
into the back. Sorry. Go ahead.
in addition to the ballroom and the Rose Garden patio, is the president looking at any other renovations or significant kind of projects here at the White House?
Not to my knowledge, no. But he's a builder at heart, clearly. And so his heart and his mind is always churning about how to improve things here on the White House grounds. But at this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority.
Now the charitable thing is like, oh, it's his main priority in renovation. I don't want to be charitable at all. So
To get away with some of the other exaggerations, but what you just said about Caroline Levitt is a total lie. The question was, is Trump looking at restoring or renovating any other aspects of the White House? And her response was, no, the ballroom is his priority.
learned it off the islands.
His priority is reopening the government that the Democrats shut down.
Do you know why the government? Do you know
That's why he's in fucking Japan right now.
Do you know why the Democrats
Because Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer shut it down because Obamacare doesn't work and they want to give health care to illegals. That's why.
God, he's
First
so
of all,
fucking hollow.
that's a complete lie. There is not a dime of federal funding that goes toward undocumented immigrants. First of all. Second of all, if the Democrats relent on this issue, that means healthcare premiums for those 24 million Americans who rely on ACA coverage are going to double, triple, or quadruple. So are you in favor of that?
I agree that Obamacare has not worked out very well, and I wish
It's just like it's the
the
classic.
Democrats had done a better job when they passed
So
it.
answer the question that I
President
asked,
Trump
though.
offered
Do you-
a
do you-
clean, continuing resolution, and they shut it down. And they shut it down, by the way, this gets back to your earlier point, because the Democrats are on the wrong side of virtually every issue in the country, other than health care, which they're barely holding on to, and environmental.
But health care
So
is the
because of
issue
that,
that
they
the
have
government
nowhere
is
to
shut
go,
down
and they
over
have
right
to
now.
Wait, yeah, that's a self-defeating thing. Where it's like the Democrats are wrong on everything except this one thing. Oh, what's the thing they're demanding? Oh, the one thing they're right on. Like it's a self-defeating
to
sentence.
change the momentum.
Healthcare
No
is
one
why
cares
the
about
government
the
is shut down
ballrooms,
right
I
now. So I'm gonna reiterate the question that I asked you before. Do you think that Democrats should relent on holding this one issue forward, which is that if they don't do anything on ACA subsidies, that healthcare costs are going to double, triple, or quadruple? Do you agree that we should allow those costs to double, triple, or quadruple, and that Democrats should just allow the Republicans to do what they're trying to do, which is eliminate those subsidies?
The ACA is not a Republican law, my friend, and so I'm happy
Why
to
can't you answer
renegotiate
the question?
Obamacare. That would be wonderful.
It's a really simple question.
I'm telling you. I'm answering. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna pre-watch and just Pierce say, well, Brian, what do you think about the ACA? Don't you think that there's a lot of errors in it? Something
really
like
good to fix
that.
Obamacare.
That'll be the
We should do that. We
platitude.
shouldn't hold the government hostage.
You've had
We shouldn't
9
hold
years.
military
9 years.
Brian, can you admit there are problems with Obamacare?
Since you guys passed it.
Concepts of a plan. That's it. We've got
Some change
concepts of a
from what,
plan.
Brian? Some change from
Wait,
what?
wait.
If I may
Hold on.
jump in. Well, hang on, Brian. If I may jump in, you just spent the last 5 minutes talking about something other than the ballroom.
Fuck.
Having initially argued that this was Trump's priority.
Yeah, you talk
so
about
I'm a little
the
bit
other thing
confused.
that the
If the
ballroom.
ballroom's his priority, why are you moving the narrative so quickly to something else he's been doing?
Because who gives a fuck about the ballroom?
What's the other thing he's been doing? I've been saying that what the Republicans are trying to do is not add those ACA subsidies, which would keep healthcare costs
No,
where
I
they
get
are
it,
right
but you're
now.
talking about a totally different issue. I know, but you're talking about a totally different issue, which is the government shutdown. I made the point that Trump has also...
It's related insofar as, what is the president spending his time on? Oh, a ballroom. What's the government doing right now? Oh, they're shut down.
also managed to get the hostages released
Come on, Pierce.
in Gaza, that he's also trying to forge a deal to end the war in Ukraine. A president of the United States has a number of important things going on at any given time. The idea that the construction of a ballroom on the east wing of the White House is his top priority, I think is very disingenuous. Now, does he think
That's
it
the
needs
issue.
a space for a new ballroom? Then, yeah, look, let me bring in Jack on this one. Jack, like I say, I've only been to the east wing actually once, but...
Is this the strategy? Just frame the debate only on the ballroom and try and farm clips of a liberal saying, "What the fuck is wrong with this ballroom?" It's like, is there not a shutdown debate? You can, oh my god.
It did
Whatever.
strike me. There is not a...
Like the title, like an authoritarian, Trump demolishes East Wing plus Kamala running again. That's what we're talking about right now. Jesus. Was Pierce this charitable to Obama or Biden? No, probably not. I can go out on a limb here and just say no.
big ballroom space. So if there needs to be one, why not have one?
Yeah, and I think that clearly, he's doing it in typical Trump fashion, right? Where I don't think people realized quite how extensive this was going to be, and I think that's why so many people, when they first saw the images that came out, that really took them aback. But at the same, it can be jarring. But at the same time, when you look at the White House itself, it is a relatively small compared to the world leader residences around the world, or compared to any European capital, for example.
Oh, it's compensating.
And so it
Okay.
makes sense that the White House would have the ability to do this. You can't have world leaders have on these state visits, whether it be Republican or Democrat, coming in and they're walking around on the South Lawn and in these tents and on the grass. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Why not have a nice ballroom? And by the way, while we're at it, I'd love
For what? To have people walk, to have, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna, okay, whatever. I won't do it. But like, the argument is world leaders need place to stretch their legs and go on a little walk. Like,
I do love the fact that it was trending this weekend that one of the names that was suggested for this is the Charles J. Kirk Ballroom.
Let me get straight to the point. Gold is up by around 40% this year. That's not speculation.
Can
that's
you
reality.
imagine?
If some of your savings aren't diversified into gold, you're missing the
actually,
boat.
that's not
Here's
even
the
far
facts.
from the realm of
Inflation is still too
possibility.
high. The US dollar is still too weak, and the government's debt is insurmountable. That's why
could
central
so see
banks
that
are locking
happening.
gold and driving prices to record highs. It's not too late to get involved. Birch Gold Group will help you convert an existing IRA or a 401k
Man.
into a
If I were
tax-efficient
president,
IRA.
I'd just have like I don't know. I would do the Barack Hussein Obama ballroom.
Gold. You don't pay a dime.
'Cause that man-
Just text PIERS, P-I-E-R-S, to 989-898 and claim your free info kit. There's no obligation, just useful information.
I mean, that man could
The
dance.
future is the past, and gold has been a safe haven for millennia. What other investment can say that? Text PIERS
Oh.
to 989-898 to claim your free info kit on
The
gold.
founding fathers, who
PIERS
gives a
to
fuck about those?
989-898. Protect your future with Birch Gold. Yeah, I mean, look, let me bring in Mark Lamont Hill here. I just think it's one of those things where if you look at the history of presidents and what they've done to the White House
Okay,
as an
whatever.
edifice. 1829, Andrew Jackson added the North Portico.
There's just
1902,
nothing left
Theodore
of these
Roosevelt adds
guys.
the West Wing.
What is with
1909,
the-
William Taft expands the West Wing and adds the first Oval Office. 1913, Woodrow Wilson adds the Rose Garden. 1942, FDR adds the East Wing to the House to house additional war staff and a bomb shelter. 1948, Truman oversees the total reconstruction of the White House. And 1970, Nixon adds the briefing room for journalists. There is a long and illustrious history of presidents from all sides doing stuff to the White House building, putting stuff up, taking stuff down. What's the big
Hamas
deal?
says it will delay the handover of a hostage body after Israel announces. Okay.
All right. Those are interesting dates and observations, and I think they are part of a bigger issue. Let me start by saying this is not my priority issue. There are a lot of things in the world to be outraged about right now, and this wouldn't make my top 20. I do understand, though, that some people see this as a signpost of a deeper problem.
Why?
At a moment where there is a government shutdown, at a moment where there is not true peace, certainly not lasting peace in Gaza, at a moment where people are fighting for everything from healthcare to...
I gotta go.
All right, see you, brother. Yeah, it's like it doesn't rank as an issue.
To people are battling about redistricting, for this to become not Trump's priority, but certainly the thing that is being trumpeted. It can appear to people as a distraction. You mentioned Nixon in 1970. Nixon in 1970 is opening up space for journalists, right? You mentioned a bomb shelter in 19. Would you say 19? It was during World War II. It was either I remember
42,
year, something maybe 1940 or something. 42. That's in the middle of World War II. That makes sense. 1913 it was done. That's the year before World War I starts. So again, imagine if 2 years later someone was doing something purely for entertainment purposes. It could look bad. And at a moment where Trump is being,
it's for statecraft.
Again, I'm not arguing the point. I'm saying it's more about the optics for me. At a moment where Trump is being accused of assuming
Mark,
kind of
here's what I would say, Mark. Here's what I'd say. Yeah, but Mark, here's what I'd say to that. The reason it's
What are the
become
chapters
such a big
in this?
deal is because of the, in my opinion, massively over-the-top.
Does Trump have the intention to run again?
From Democrats. It's not that big a deal, really. It's not costing the American people anything. And if another president who comes in from the Democratic Party doesn't like it, they do their own thing.
This is about the ballroom.
And authority to do what he's done.
This come
he
up
thinks he needs a bigger space to welcome
every
foreign
fucking
dignitaries and
time.
world leaders.
Oh
That's
my
not really
God.
entertainment. That's part of the functioning
Jesus,
process of the White House acknowledging
whatever.
and receiving
Whatever.
the most important people in the world.
No, the next president needs to add on.
I'm trying to get angry about this.
Nah. There shouldn't be any religious building in. Shouldn't do anything religious to any federal building.
Failing.
I don't think you need to get angry about this. By the way, the word entertainment space has been used repeatedly by the White House. That's why people are saying entertainment. I get that he's not hosting like Lollapalooza, but there's still an idea here that this is not a major priority in terms of politics. Again, it's not the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning or stops me from sleeping at night. But I do think it's interesting in a moment where people are seeing Trump seize more and more power, and he's seeming more and more like an authoritarian figure. And there are people who are saying that this requires a federal oversight committee, and that this isn't the unilateral decision that should be made. And it costs $100 million.
The mosque-shaped Taco Bell. There we go. That's American.
I think there are reasons why you're almost giving fodder to your political opponents, which creates this hullabaloo that I don't think we need.
Okay.
So he's almost hit the nail on the head here, but kind of it's like giving fodder to your opponents to make this whole. It's like, yeah, we're supposed to, like, if we really want to fight, it's just rise above it. It's like pick your spots. Right now, the spot we should be picking is the shutdown, 110%. And actually, to live by my principles, fuck this Pierce Morgan shit. And I'm not, like, the Biden auto pen thing, I really don't care. I know they're going to use this to try and, like, ignore some of the pardons, but until that happens, like, it's not, you can't spend our time on that. U.S. House versus the U.S. Senate. When do they vote on this? And is there any info on... Still not supporting GOP bill, okay. Okay, so it's motion to vote cloture on the nomination. Motion. I don't know who's this guy. Shut down Sharia? Coach. What is this bullshit?
Coexistence with this type of people. None. Just look at the Middle East and North Africa where Christians and Jews are being slaughtered by the thousand. Where's our media? Where are they at? More than 7,000 Christians have been slaughtered by radical Muslims in Nigeria so far this year. 7,000. That's 35 people that have been killed every day.
Fetterman. God damn it.
Where's the mainstream media? How come
When is Fetterman's election?
Radical Islam demands complete obedience. Complete, 100%. And will kill you if you dare to speak out again.
Good thing he's running for the U.S. Fucking A. Yeah, okay. And then... Yeah, I agree. When is Fetterman up for re-election? I mean, this dude serves until January 3rd, 2029? Holy. Yeah, nah. First of all, that's bullshit. Second of all, he's just not. I can't believe we have to wait till 2028 to get. That sucks. That sucks. Biden breaks silence on auto pen report. Oh God. Another thing I wanted to do is track our trade deals.
Use of the auto pen, finding his actions in office were not all his own, and claiming his inner circle went to great lengths.
Fetterman staffers, yeah, I saw that report about like how they kind of have to gamble on whether or not they have a good day or a bad day, because some days he's like unreasonably angry and just like can't even do anything, and some days he's like fine.
Find the truth about his condition and fitness for office. That story doesn't go away. Welcome to a brand new hour of America's News.
Trade War Tracker.
Morning to you,
Nice.
partner. Good first hour.
That was spectacular.
Flying by. In the words.
I'm just curious to see like what trade deals have even been signed.
Here we go now. House Republicans on the Oversight Committee
Oh,
set to release a report after a series of interviews with more than a dozen key Biden aides. That committee calling on the DOJ to review all of Biden's executive actions signed by AutoPen and avoid any orders signed without his full knowledge and consent.
And we have brand new video.
Fuck it, I'll ask my good friend Gemini.
Appeared before the committee.
He hand-signed many executive orders, but he did not hand sign all executive orders.
Do you know any of the actual staff who were using the auto pen?
No.
You don't know their names?
No.
His rhetorical skills were not as strong as they had been, and his speeches were less effective, I thought.
I think it's fair to say within a few days after the debate, he was aware of my view that I thought it was prudent to consider getting out of the race.
He said himself he wasn't as good debater as he used to be, or he wasn't speaking as well as he used to. That's something that he said. He actually spoke to him.
So for a lot of us, that's the first time we've seen that video. Aisha Hosni has the follow-up on Capitol Hill with the key takeaways. And Aisha, good morning there.
Good morning to you, Bill and Dana. So the committee is just really dumping all of the information for you at home to watch and see.
No way. In his second term. Our Can you double check that is the comprehensive list for the second term?
And decide for yourself, but they are saying that the former president was not running the show, and so
There's no way it's 3. Like, I joke about 90, but there's no way it's fucking 3, is it? That seems... that seems insanely low. I'm not watching... Okay, 3 hours? No. Okay, no, it's just all... it's all old shit. Fuck. Okay, UK, Indonesia... Okay, 4. Okay, we have 4 final agreements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frameworks. Are we close? Are we great again? I feel pretty great. Okay. Alright, I no longer get any political content. It's all fucking cats. That's wonderful. I guess I'll continue this bullshit.
I'm August Fluger. I'm chairman of the Republican Study Committee. We have some great members, including Burgess Owens, Stephanie Bice, Harriet Hageman, and Craig Goldman, who are with me. And, you know, it's really sad to think...
Isn't there a senator, a Maine senator, that's a Democrat that sometimes votes in line with Republicans?
There will be families that are going to suffer. But this is one of the few
I could be mistaken, but I thought that was a big thing in the beginning of it.
My colleagues stand for families. The Republican Party stands for families because we believe...
Until you try and get access to family care.
Our greatest asset in this country is the American family. That our country
the great negotiator. Won't negotiate with Democrats, countries that don't bend over for him.
We will look up for families, that we will legislate to prosper families.
Cinema.
And instead, the family is only a point of
Cinema.
for our Democrat colleagues. How sad is that? You know, I'm
pretty
thinking about
sad.
Military families right now.
Oh, there he is.
I'm thinking about that soldier who is deployed around the globe to keep our country safe.
So there's a hurricane now?
And I'm thinking about that phone call that soldier probably received this year, this month, in the last couple of days, asking whether or not they're going to get a paycheck, talking about the new baby at home.
I gotta give the American people credit for largely knowing that there's 2 sides to a shutdown.
I was there.
I'm curious when the next round of polls come in, if how it moves.
Serving on active duty when shutdowns
Hello.
happened.
Come on.
This is a very stressful time for military families. And commanders right now, instead of being
Kirsten Cinema, thank you. I'm so stupid.
Focused on the training and the exercises that keep our readiness and our lethality.
I thought you meant cinema like that.
Now they're focusing all of their attention.
My bad. You're right.
On making sure that their families of their subordinates, their soldiers and their airmen, their Marines, their sailors, are taken care of. That they actually have the resources. We have members of the Republican Party who are in our communities right now, convening groups of community leaders and banks, food banks, and other resources, because Schumer has chosen not to pay them. Now communities are having to take up with 0% interest bridge loans. Now communities are having to defer those mortgage payments.
There's got to be a more recent poll than 6 days ago, or is it like weekly polling?
Our communities are succeeding because they know that the right thing to do is to fund and help in this time of need. You know, the enemy has not shut down. Our enemies around the world want us to be divided. I'm calling on my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who served in the military to do the right thing. We were there. We were there when Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi put CRs on the floor, and guess what? We did the right thing.
Okay. When Biden was passing funding, he negotiated with Republicans when writing the bill. Okay? Republicans did some funky shit to get that funding bill without really getting Democratic approval. And Schumer was like, fine, we'll let it through. Like, this isn't the time. And now, when there's a leverage, and there's just, you just have to negotiate even. Please, American people, I beg you. You can see this. You know this. You can recognize this. This is just shit. Them not negotiating should be pushed on so fucking much. Like, that is something they can't escape from. Right? Like, whether you agree or not with the demands of the shutdown, the inability and unwillingness to negotiate, I feel like, should be the larger sticking point. Arguably more so than the actual substance of it. That's my view.
Multiple times we did the right thing. Where are my Democrat colleagues who served in uniform to stand up
Mom's house,
and
brother.
rise above petty politics
Sorry.
to do the right thing?
Talk about petty.
Have you not gone home to your districts to hear from your military communities, from your federal workers? Have you not listened to your local communities telling you to stop?
Where's that Mike Johnson video of him on C-SPAN?
No. You know what? They're not there. They're in New York City campaigning for Mondami. Maybe they've orchestrated this so that they had the time to go campaign for an outright socialist. Maybe this was orchestrated so they could go do that.
Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Samantha, you're on with Speaker Johnson.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. So my question or comments are
Like, this
related to what you said yesterday about not being open to pass any legislation to ensure that military gets paid. I'm sure you can tell by my voice I'm very shaky. Just want you to hear a little bit about
I
my
feel
family.
bad for this
I
poor
have two
woman,
medically
obviously.
fragile children. I have a husband who actively serves this country. He suffers from PTSD from his 2 tours in Afghanistan. If we see a lapse in pay come the 15th, my children do not get to get the medication that's needed for them to live their life, because we live paycheck to paycheck. I heard you earlier say that you side with President Trump on anything that he says. Well, I just read an article this morning that said he absolutely wholeheartedly believes that there needs to be legislation put in so that we do not miss a paycheck. You have the power to do that. And as a Republican, I'm very disappointed in my party, and I'm very disappointed in you because you do have the power to call the House back. You did that, or you refused to do that just for a show. I am begging you to pass this legislation. My kids could die. We don't have the credit because of the medical bills that I have to pay regularly. You could stop this, and you could be the one that could say military is getting paid. And I think that it is awful, and the audacity of someone who makes 6 figures a year to do this to military families is insane.
All right, Samantha.
Samantha, I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. The reason I've been so angry this week, and they've been calling me out on media, Johnson's angry. I am angry because of situations just like yours. I have a big military district, and my district is the home of the Global Strike Command at Barksdale Air Force Base and Fort Polk, the Joint Readiness Training Center. I have one of the biggest military districts in military.
I don't remember his full answer here, but I don't know if he goes into the healthcare thing or if he's going to say some broad platitude. But, like, well, Republicans are the party that want to fix your healthcare. It's like, okay, but we need it in the meantime. We can't just stop healthcare immediately.
In America.
If he addresses healthcare at all.
Soldiers who are deployed right now, and they have young families at home, and they have children in health situations like yours. This is what keeps me up at night. I want you to hear something very clearly. The Republicans are the ones delivering for you. We had a vote to pay the troops. It was the continuing resolution 3 weeks ago. Every single Republican but 2 voted to keep the government open so that your paycheck can flow. Every Democrat in the House, except for 1, voted to close it. The Democrats are the ones that are preventing you from getting a check. If we did another a vote on the floor, pay troops, it's not a lawmaking exercise because Chuck Schumer is going to hold that up in the Senate. He is demonstrating by voting now 6 times to keep the government closed that he does not want the troops to be paid. And you should listen to his comments last night, as reported this morning.
There's nothing about health care.
He said
right?
every day gets better for us, quote unquote. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are preventing your family from getting the care they need, not Republicans.
Careful. Don't remind that part of the question was about health care.
My heart goes out to you.
And just so you know, Politico is reporting that House Democrats are preparing a letter to you, Speaker Johnson, urging a vote on troop pay.
You know why they are? Because they all voted on years ago to stop pay
What
for
the
the
fuck
troops.
C-SPAN is
Definitely
based?
on record. But that would be a show vote for Democrats. They do not care about it. They demonstrated that with their votes. Look at what they do.
They care about health care.
And how they vote, not what they say.
Jesus.
No, this isn't the party of JFK
Yeah.
anymore. This is the party of Schumer and Mondami. The party that
that's a wide ass tent, which is based, but
bows to the radical left. I hope that everybody can see the split screen of what's happening in this country. The Speaker has so eloquently talked about the fact that Republicans are doing our job to take care of families that over 13 times the Senate Republicans
I can't do this shit right now. Or anytime. It's not worth it. Tomorrow we're going to work on crafting rhetoric and like how to go, the effective ways we can talk to people that have felt abandoned by the Democrats. What? This is a rhetoric world. All right, policy. Bring me back to year 8 English. Yeah. Welcome. This is the U.S. That's college level for us, man. It's sorry. We do need to communicate with people that we do have their backs. Policy-wise, we benefit the people that vote against us more than the Republicans do. Which, fine. I'm happy to do it. But we need some portion of the center to say, all right, fuck. Democrats, they do care. They are fighting for this. It's like, the policy, by and large, is fine. We need probably to focus more on policy for disaffected groups. But we need to, get that message to people. All right, there's an error there. There's a little bit of a lapse. And, I don't know if Schumer is doing any fucking media tours. If Mike Johnson is going to be in front of everybody this frequently, Schumer needs to be out there. Jeffries needs to be out there. He's not in front of the people. And that's a big failing. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it is the case that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are not in front of the American people on all these media, on those news interviews, whatever, Mike Johnson gets to control what is the only thing people hear about it. Right? We can't rely on our media pundits to push back hard enough because it won't happen. It doesn't work. Yeah, this might be bad. I feel like if Jeffries and Schumer aren't in front of the people, then opinions on the shutdown are gonna shift. Possibly. 4 days ago. Yeah, I mean, It's not an accident that Mike Johnson is out there giving speeches every single day. When was this?
Leader Jeffries, let me ask you, because as you just...
October 5th. That's not enough. That's not enough. Like, what is it? Flood the zone? Or whatever. Just be in the face of people. Yeah, I get, like, yes, it's annoying to have the constant bickering, but it's better than letting one side opine constantly. Because think about it. What is, if you turn on the TV, what is the only thing you're hearing about this shutdown? Democrats want to give health care to illegal immigrants. They're trying to spend infinite money on things you don't care about. The Republicans are the party of health care, which is the fuck. And Democrats hate the troops and all that. Like, Schumer and Jeffries need to be out there. Can't just be right. That's not enough. Which is a crazy thing to say. But you can't just be right. You gotta constantly be in front of people, affirming your position. Oh my god. What the fuck are these guys doing? Anyways, loudest purring cat, Guinness World Record, someone on stream.
Bella's house rather than our house.
I'm Dave Wilson, and I'm an official Guinness World Records adjudicator. I'm here in Cambridgeshire to witness the attempt for the loudest purr by a domestic cat.
I'm Nicole, and this is Bella. Bella is 14 years old. She's a very lazy girl. She's an old lady, so we'll let her off. We've always thought that Bella had the loudest purr in the world. She is such a loud girl. You sit there watching TV in the evening and you have to turn the TV up so you can actually hear. She loves a cuddle, but she also loves food. Bella purrs so loud when she has a bowl of whiskers in front of her.
The attempt must take place in the dead room to remove any reflections or outside noise.
It's a class 1 meter and it's been calibrated. We did a field check before we did the measurements to make sure it was working properly.
The decibel meter must be 1 meter away from the cat and 1 meter from the ground. The minimum requirement for this record is 50 decibels A-weighted.
I was pretty confident this morning that she would break the world record for the loudest purr. I fed Bella her bowl of whiskers and then we were ready to start our attempt, so I brought her into the room.
This is an official attempt for the loudest purr by a domestic cat. Nicole, Bella, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
That's a loud ass cat.
The minimum that you had to achieve today was 50 decibels A-weighted. I can now confirm that you achieved 54.6 decibels A-weighted. Congratulations, you are officially amazing.
I'm so proud of Bella for breaking the record. She's absolutely perfect. It's going to have a really prominent place in the house. We're going to choose which child photo to take down first.
All right, that's cute. That's a much better way to end it on than Mike Johnson. All right. I hope everyone has a good day.